I don't know if you know that, but all right. So I think we should be good. Let's see.
Everybody hear us now?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo. Hey, but it was the remote, y'all. Sorry. We're back. It's one of them days I've only been up for 2 hours and really been running, ripping and running because I got a lot of shit going on in my personal life. But I decided to bring you the best of the best of the best. And tonight shall be no different now that we are actually on the base. But at the end of the day, we bring Shizzo. Actually, let me go back to that because when I switch, I don't want to. All right. All right, so y'all, like here we go. Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. What's up? What's up? Who's this up in here? This is hey Jesse. What's up? Hey, look, this is men versus women tonight. You feel me? So, ladies, I need y'all motherfuckers to speak up. Bros, I need y'all to fucking speak up. At the end of the day, the chat box is not something that we look at after the show. We gonna interact with you motherfuckers throughout this show as we battle the sexes. And that's what it's all about. So let your thoughts, your opinions, whatever you got going on, let it be known. We're gonna rock with you and we're gonna let this jump happen. Alright, so but tonight we're asking the real question. Are people out here asking for too much? Or are we just not stepping up to the plate? Is standards too high? Feeling like, you know what I'm saying? And before we even get to answering that question, I'm going to definitely let y'all know who's on set with me tonight. And I'm such a gentleman, I'm always ladies first. But we have two gorgeous ladies, two very well established in their own rights. Starting with my brand new guest, first time on the show, Miss Raven. You're so welcome. Thank you for blessing us and honoring us with your presence. Tell them a little bit about yourself and, you know, introduce yourself to the crowd.
Hello, my name is Raven. I hate when people say they're like, oh, tell me about yourself because then your mind just immediately goes blank.
Right?
What's your sign?
Sign.
Ooh,
I am a fire Sagittarius. December baby. Absolutely no way.
definitely fire. But are you savage?
I am.
Ooh.
I also people are like, oh, do you actually believe in that? I am very characteristic to the point of Sagittarius. I actually have, I think, 2 other houses in Sagittarius, so I'm a big Sagittarius.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's what's up. And the fact that you even mentioned that, like, so I'm a Cancer. And honestly, I definitely believe in it. I don't like worship it. But like every platform, Instagram, Snap, I don't give a fuck what it is. Anything I've ever read about a Cancer, I match. You feel me? So it's got to be some truth to it, right? And at the end of the day, I actually know my house. My rising is Pisces, so I'm a double water sign, which is why I cry a lot. But don't get me twisted. I will beat your ass while crying.
Yeah.
And my moon is Virgo.
I think that's why we're good friends. She's on fire. When I get too fiery, you just kind of put me out. You know, put me.
That's what we do. We're the Cancers are the mothers of the zodiac, and I've met multiple.
He's a mother.
I'm a motherfucker, but not like no. They say the Cancers are like the caregivers, the mothers, co-work for we like to take care, love, nurture, and that part. So, but I've met different Sags, and some are truly savages, and some are only savages when crossed. And that right there, that small principle makes a difference. So, But yeah, I fucks with that. Miss, the next to you is one of my other besties
And my bestie.
and her bestie. So much energy. She gonna bring it tonight though.
Hi, I'm Dallas. You guys have definitely seen me before.
Multiple times.
Whether I went by that name on here or not, sometimes it's different.
Mighty does.
That part, that part.
What's your sign?
Oh, I'm a Virgo, baby. I'm a Virgo through and through. Yes. Through and through.
Through and fucking through.
See, that's the thing. Virgos and Sagittarius are great friends, but when it comes to relationships,
They can't.
absolutely not.
Fuck no,
So,
no.
And you know, it's funny you said that because I will not date an Aries.
Yeah,
I will not.
as a
I
fire
mean,
sign, I have dated Aries and fire. It gets
So-
so explosive. Yeah.
that part. And I've met some that literally are like mild, and I met some that are like, ugh. But I've like literally this was years ago. This that I talked to, and the two that I talked to really were like,
Is
I can't do
Virgo
it.
air,
yes.
correct?
Yeah, I think Virgo's here. No, hold on.
No,
Is
I
he-
think
Earth?
I think I'm Earth. Yeah, I'm Earth. Earth. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm an Earth. What are you?
Big Cancer.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
hey, we
yeah.
gonna say the best for last. You already know.
Big Cancer.
Yeah.
I hear y'all.
Okay, we got
But y'all
Leo
come to the
against
Crabs
us.
Lake
So Earth,
for
fire.
advice.
That part.
Uh-huh.
So,
All them fire signs, y'all just make us
and
get
he's actually speaking now, so we literally gonna let him. Come on, Mr. Dawn Trap. Tell him
Thank you,
who
bro.
you is.
I appreciate your
Your
introduction.
little spill, little introduction, then we're gonna get rocking.
Yeah, so I just love studying. I fathom to learn more and more. And I'm a Cancer, so we're gonna see how the night rolls.
And it's gonna motherfucking roll. We no breaks, no stops. We literally about to get in. I think this panel right here is perfect for the topic. And literally, like, again, men versus women, are the standards too high, or we just not? And, you know, this isn't the first time that this has been spoken on. This is not the first time that this has been brought up. You know, Steve Harvey did, you know, his little spill on it. Men from Mars, women from Venus type stuff. Like, men versus women has been the age-old adage since the dawn of time. But tonight we're going to see what are the standards. Like, are they just, you know, too high? Do we require too much? Is social media fucking up everything for us? Like,
Well, let me
let
ask
me-
you. Let me ask you. Standards.
Mhm.
What are standards? Why do we have
damn. I'm gonna literally turn it over to her because,
Yeah.
bruh, like,
Yeah.
one, you say the sound,
go
two, you
on
just
to
literally
that.
So-
made my
When
brain
you
slow
think of
down.
standards, you think of the gold standard, and the standard is there to have the baseline
Mhm.
of what is accepted.
As you're
Correct.
saying this, yes. Can I ask one question? Where did we learn standards?
Well,
I
No,
think it's more
even
so
before-
raising.
before school, we had
When we're
parents.
raised.
Well, hopefully,
Well,
we had
that's what I'm
parents.
getting at. Standards come from either two things. One, you've had an experience and you will no longer accept it, so you set a boundary and a standard to what you will and will not accept. Or two, it's how you were raised and your morals and what you believe.
But
So
don't they
there's a
kind
lot-
of got, aren't they
It all goes
interwoven?
into your personality, what you believe in,
Upbringing,
your
people
upbringing.
in your life,
So it really is, your
characteristics.
standards are you as a person. And also, I was talking with Dallas earlier. If you are not able, if you ask, like, hey, I'm asking this of you, I would not ask anything from someone that I myself cannot achieve. Yes, there are some variations, like for men and for women,
Mhm.
but
Mhm.
baseline, if I cannot achieve a standard, I don't expect my partner or whoever I'm with or a friend
Mhm.
to meet that same standard.
If I'm not willing to meet it the same.
That's irrational.
So, duly noted, and I rock with that 100%. But I think that
It's really gonna be like that. Boy.
get your turn,
First of all, I'm looking
evil,
Dallas.
evil
I'll
entity.
hug you later.
But I rock with that 100%. But I think too, being people. So like at some point, if you develop standards, right, regardless of whether they started from There's no weather. They start from home. Whatever your home is, whether it's two parent, one parent, doesn't really matter. My mom really, right? Leave that alone. He's not in the joke. Anyway, anyway, I'm lunching. All right, so look, whether it's one parent, two parent, regardless, my mom actually did the job for both man and woman at the same time and did it flawlessly as when I was a child. But when you develop standards, you also hopefully at some point as you go through your progression to adolescent to young adult to adult, you develop discernment and understanding. So at the end of the day, yes, your standards are your standards. You don't impose your standards to make someone, hey, you gotta do this.
Yeah, you can't
But-
ask them reasonable
but-
things from someone.
However, you can be like, well, you know what? Internally in your mind, as you process, these are my standards, this is how I move. And most of it's instinct. Nobody really walks around saying, like, my standards are this, my standards are like robotic. It's really, it's
Some people do.
some,
Actually,
some.
hold on,
Hold on, let me finish this. But at the end of the day, when you're dealing with someone else, it is what you will tolerate, accept, and what you have the patience for. You feel me? So we don't impose our. There are some that do, but we don't necessarily. Those that act normally don't really impose this thing. Well, you know what? You got to be like this if you want to be with me. Like no, well we see what we see, and if we like it, we continue to move. That's the vibe, the energy, the connection,
What are
right?
you gonna say?
Hold up. As you can say that, yeah. But at the same point,
Well, I feel like she might
if
swing on me.
I'm giving you 10 times more, yeah, I got a fucking standard that you're gonna fucking live by, and I promise you on everything of that. Like, if I'm doing this, if I'm fucking working 2 jobs, if I'm paying the fucking
But don't
bill.
get it twisted. Standards and what you will accept and
Yeah,
what you will tolerate
exactly.
are different.
But what I don't tolerate is if I'm doing all of this, I ask you, do you take out the trash? You do a little bit of
Oh, you
dishes?
got a list.
Yeah, I do.
It's
Yes,
bare
I
minimum.
do.
People
It's
have
the
a bare
it's the
minimum.
literal bare minimum. You
I
take
don't
out
even
the
know
trash.
what it is.
You
No,
do the
people don't
dishes.
get that with me.
I don't
But
ask
that's
for
how
a
you meet
lot.
people. That's when you start dating someone and you have
You
to
have to
get standards that you
understand,
decide
like,
whether or not you're gonna work out. or
The
not.
position that I was half in, like I'm working 2 jobs. I put my ass on the line to get the place that I have. I'm making sure every bill is paid. I
She's a boss out here,
let
guys.
you move
Don't
in, and I'm not
Big time,
asking
big
for a
time.
goddamn fucking thing from you. At the same time, I'm not asking for money from you, but what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the trash out, you're gonna do the fucking dishes, and you're gonna contribute. Yeah, it's in a different way, but at the same time, that's the standard that you gotta meet because I'm meeting a standard that you can't meet. So if I can meet a standard that
Say
you
that, no,
can't,
say that shit again. And give some dap on it. Don't you, girl.
I'm
Use
just
that.
saying,
Yeah,
if I
yeah.
can meet that motherfucking standard that you can't meet, then you have to meet it the other way around.
Because you can meet that standard.
It's a full
Expect
it's a
someone to
full
meet the
fucking
same
circle. No
standard.
matter how you look at it, it's a full fucking circle.
Yep.
Whether you meet the standard that your partner wants or you meet the other standard that your partner can't have, it's a full circle. They go hand in hand.
Pop off, bro.
What? You about to say something? Or you just gonna listen to it out in the motherfucking room
Sorry
by my
for that.
motherfucking self?
It's
I
plot.
don't agree.
Then tell me why.
I don't agree.
Tell me why.
It just seems like we got so many rules in a broken world. And it's just very odd that you think that somebody might have those skills. If they don't have working skills, let me ask you this question before I assume.
USCB does, right?
Yeah, you gonna
Okay,
teach
cool.
that man how to cook dishes?
Am I gonna teach him how to
But why
cook
would
the
you be with
dishes?
someone that doesn't know
Cook
how to
dishes.
cook? Why would you be with someone that doesn't
To
know how
wash?
to do it?
No, I'm not gonna teach her to
So-
wash
so-
dishes.
alright. What? I'm gonna let you finish.
The
But,
things you
but,
want at home, the things you want at home, are you willing to teach your partner how to do them?
But guess what? I don't have to teach my partner, even if
Okay.
he doesn't wash the dishes the way that I want to wash. Guess what? They're still washed. That's all that matters to me. Yeah,
Well, let's-
sometimes.
I
let's
don't have time to
Listen,
so,
listen. I'm not gonna teach him how to do nothing. He knows how to do it. He's a grown ass man. Everyone's a grown ass fucking person. You know how to wash dishes. You know how to do laundry. You know how to do all this shit.
hold on.
I'm
You
not
think this is gonna be
putting it
easy
to a
to do?
standard.
Hold on,
It's
trap.
correct. There's
Trap.
grown people still
Because I'm not
homeless
gonna
outside.
educate people that don't know wash dishes properly. Come on.
I
Oh,
mean,
so let's say, for instance, that's the only thing they don't know how to do, just for ratings' sake. They don't know how to wash dishes, and then when they get home, they do them, and the sink is the dishes in the cabinet, they still dirty. You don't take the time out.
But if you teach
Oh
them,
no. You don't take the time out to teach this person.
Yes.
You don't take the time out to teach this person how to do the dishes. The same way your job taught you how to work.
Guess what? Is that they're
Authority
willing.
again.
You're right. They're not wrong.
Authority
Listen,
again.
but
Let
that would be me
Go
being
ahead,
rude to
go
him.
ahead.
That would be me being rude to him. If I'm asking you to do something, yeah, you did. Now listen, this is me being graceful. You did it to the best of your ability. I asked you to do something. You did it. You did it to the best of your ability. Yeah, there might be a piece of silverware. There might be one bowl here that's fucking dirty. Okay, I'll bite my fucking tongue for the simple fact that you did what was needed to be done in the time that it needed to be done, because I'm doing what I'm doing, so you're doing what you're doing. Whether it's my way or not, if it's getting done, I will not bitch. I will bite my tongue.
The sub question is what you teach.
Let me sharpen what
But
you're saying.
teaching,
Hold on.
teaching is being
Let me
rude,
sharpen
is
what
dissing him.
let me sharpen
They
what
see it
you're
that
saying.
way.
Let me ride your coattail, bro. You know what I'm saying? Men versus women. Got my brother back. I don't. You know, what he's saying, or what? Hold on. What and we picked something as petty as watching this. That is just a metaphor for whatever it is for you guys out there in the YouTube world. But what I think my bro is saying, and what I'm getting from him is, if you have someone that struggles with something that you are good at, do you have enough empathy? Do you have enough like compassion to say, you know what, I'm good at this and he's not. Let me help him. Let me finish. Let me help the person that I love, the person that I care about, because I see something in him. Let me try to help build him up to a higher level to what would be comfortable for me. And then in fact that this person can't seem to learn from the love and support that you're giving him to help him grow, then you make a decision based on your standing. But do you just like, and that's literally where we at tonight. Are you just gonna cut a motherfucker off because they literally can't get it, and you won't even give them the opportunity to see if they have the aptitude to get it, or are you literally giving people a chance to learn and grow with you? Because that's what a relationship is. It's about building. It ain't about getting somebody that's already ready-made, like instant grits. Fuck that shit. You just add water and you're good. No, sometimes you have to build, grow, and you have to do the work with each other.
There's nobody in this room been in one relationship.
Hell no. Hey, if you got an instant grits relationship, I need that. Like, feel me? Like, I got plenty of water. Let's go.
The difference between men and women, we're going to teach a woman how to be with us. Women blurt out, a man's supposed to be a man. And I'm not trying to, it's not just for the women that's with us, but in general, the world, most of our women don't even grow up with a father to tell a man what a man's supposed to be. So we back to authority. I got one high five. We up one.
Let me give you a high five.
I appreciate that. Because
see, now look at your force mouth. Keep talking. You might get another.
Oh yeah, you're right. No, but we should work. We should, because something we talked about, before the show, whatever, is that we got to really see where these different meanings or ideas really come from. I'm gonna go off my life. I'm expecting the boy who grew up in the hood, but he was still fragile, to immediately be able to withstand another man's loud voice or derogatory comments. That's what we expect. But we also got to understand the reason I got my backbone is because of my mama. My mama gave me that backbone. And what I want all the women to know, your voice has so much power. More, I don't know if I can say, let's say a bomb.
No, but you're right. It does. A woman's voice has a lot of power. It just, how she chooses to carry it and say it makes all the difference. You know what I mean? And what I'm gonna touch base on what you guys were saying, like about the dishes thing. So like, yeah, a woman should say something about the dishes not being done right. But in my mind, that's being mean and derogatory. Like towards, because I asked him to do something, you know what I mean? I don't want to be mean and say you don't know how to do dishes. But at the end of the day, if it's a couple of dishes, but this is
what you said prior to that.
But this is just my thought process.
basically.
No, it's me because how the fuck am I gonna? No, you wanna know what okay, how the fuck are you gonna fucking do dishes and your fuck are still dirty? Why the fuck are you washing like that and not even the full sink? You're just washing under the water with fucking soap. That's what I want to say, but I don't say that because at the end of the day, I'm thankful that you did what you could do. You tried your fucking best. So that's it. Like where I've bitten my tongue for the last year and a half. And I will say that I haven't regretted it, okay? I have not regretted it.
But if you
It-
did
because
it
the
because you
respect
gonna
has
crash
been-
out on them, then that was
No.
a smart thing.
No,
But if
because
you-
I do crash out. I'm a crash out, baby. I'm a crash out every single fucking day.
No.
But the fact that like I would never crash out over that because it's such a little thing and the amount of things that are being done for me as the standard that you guys are talking about that I asked. So I asked the standard of somebody because I know what I give and I know what I do in a relationship. So a little bit that I asked, don't get me wrong, I do crash out. But I ain't gonna crash out over a dish, but I'm for sure gonna crash out if you say you're gonna do something and you don't do it. That's my biggest fucking pet peeve.
Or if you've taught him
Which is-
how to do it and then he continues to just ignore it and do it the way that he's been doing it.
I don't even think that they choose to ignore it. I just think they
They're
some
grown men.
no,
Some
no
people
they
do.
are
But
grown men.
but hold on.
That's-
But are they really grown?
You think they grown
Not
men?
really.
But literally, I'll go to the store, buy something down.
No, but like,
And forget.
what happened?
No, let him talk. Say something. You
No,
want to talk?
no, let her talk.
We respect
No,
that.
we want you to talk. They're grown men, but they're grown men, but
If a woman, even a woman, if they don't know how to wash dishes, yes, I'm going to take the time and say, hey, this is how you do it. If they continue to not listen and take my advice, then no. I don't have time for someone that's not going to, as my partner and respects me and wants to do it right and help out. If they don't want to take my advice and actually do it the right way and continue to just ignore me and do it wrong, then no, I don't have time for that. That's disrespectful at that point.
so I'm thinking that I'm not giving, that I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but at the end of the day, I'm getting disrespect because I have shown how to do dishes, but at the same time, I'm not going to continue harping on someone and making them feel like, saying, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, well, I'm not excusing the standard at
No, I
all.
wish I had
Yeah.
her. What the stand that she would take, I wish I had that. I literally tolerate way too much shit. But that right there is I tried once, twice, three times. Third time's a charm for me, not you, because I'm done.
It's just disrespectful at that point. Because if you cared about me and you wanted to help me and you wanted to meet my standard, and I've tried helping you and showing you and giving you that empathy and that time, and you continue to just blatantly ignore it and just, oh, well, at least I did the dishes. But I've already taught you how to do the dishes, and now you're not actually doing the dishes. You're just saying, doing the bare minimum to say you did the dishes. Because I've taught you and I took no time, and that at that point it's just disrespectful. And I don't have time for that.
And
That is a standard.
it really is, because at the end of the day, it especially if it's not even something that once not acting like you get paid hundreds of dollars to ask you for some thought and some energy, and that's it. So that could literally go into a plethora of things.
And then that will set the standard in the future
Right.
for
Like,
someone new. Like, do you know how to do dishes? No? Okay, I ain't got time for it. Already done that, been there, done that. I'm not doing it. Well, if you don't know how to do, that's why I'm sitting here saying, if you don't know how to do dishes, I don't care, because that is a standard that I've already been through
that part.
and set the standard for. If you don't know how to do dishes, don't hit me up.
I'm gonna touch on something that you guys are both saying with the standard of like you got somebody or told them like how something you want it done or it should be done. Okay, I have glass dishes that I thrifted
Oh,
when I was like 12 years old that my parents have been collecting for me. Okay, they're literally stacked wrong, half of them are chipped now, and half of them are fucking broken. You wash them. Don't put them away. Don't put them away. You don't know how to put shit away, don't touch it. You don't know where it goes, don't put it away. And okay,
yeah.
I will say that's something that I get very mad about. If you're in my house, everything has a place, and you know where that place is. Why is it just being thrown in every which
I
direction?
want to touch on that because what you guys may not know is that I have really bad OCD. And OCD is not, oh, let me just put this here, everything has to be straight. No, it's in my mind, I follow an agenda of things that I do automatically, and sometimes I get mad when someone doesn't do it the way that I wanted it done.
That's kind of a cancer thing. I don't
You
like
know,
shit out of place.
So I have to be patient with people sometimes because I have to remember that they don't know what I want.
Right.
So your dishes, if you've told them, hey, these are special to me, please be careful with them. This is how you do it, and show them.
Or just don't put them away. That's what I asked. I was like, just
Yeah.
don't put them away. Leave them in the dishwasher. And
Right.
that
But patience. Some people don't have patience, and that's something that I will admit that I have a really hard time with. Patience with like people because I'm on the level of you should know better.
yeah, I will say you don't have patience, but that's
I don't.
you. But you are owed that standard in your life.
I'm gonna get your thought, and then I'm gonna touch on what she just hit.
Bullshit.
What
Straight
is,
up.
what is bullshit?
Because if I'm encountering a new person, specifically rape, I'm encountering a new person, I can't convict that person for the previous person. I could be aware, I could be prepared, but I also got to understand myself. No matter what type of work I think somebody else needs, my opinion is that if I work on myself, my aura, like for instance, when I came in here, I said, I feel your aura. No disrespect to the rest of God, I love y'all, but the aura I felt was yours. So whenever you walk into a room, you say, damn, I just did those dishes. Why Bay over there doing the dishes again? Then I might ask that question because, like last show I'd say silence is a killer.
Absolutely.
Killer. You know? So now I'm wondering, that self-conviction is like, okay, let me go over there and check this out. And now you might say, you forgot something, right? But the next guy, because, first one was a fuckboy, or the first girl, she wasn't right for me, whatever. I still have to be open and set, maybe I set higher standards, but I still have to be open for this new person because this is a whole new trying person.
The benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
And so if someone gives you a reason not to trust them or take their word, you have no reason.
I know men.
Yeah.
I know men who say they won't play fight with they lady.
That's the best thing to do in the world.
I think it's the best thing
And
in
there's
the
a
world.
personal impression.
Sexual frustration releases.
Skin to
It
skin.
is what it is.
It's like a
But-
dog.
But when you do it in a fun, playful way.
Yeah,
It's like a dog.
But-
Like when you don't let your dog run around, he's gonna like nip at
Oh,
you
man.
and like not listen. So you gotta give out like that
That's
energy.
not
Yeah, you gotta give out that energy, and it's the same with humans because we're animals as well. You gotta give out that aggression.
What you were saying, I don't, and I'm not speaking for you. I'm just,
Sure, right.
I'm under the assumption that you're not gonna like meet somebody at Walmart or wherever you're out and about, and then ask them like, and say no, then you go walk away. I don't think she was necessarily saying that, but I think that like because of PTSD, which is a real thing.
Right.
In somewhere in conversations like, man, fuck this, I can't stand him, and then you just literally just gonna be like, you know what I'm saying, like I'm literally gonna be like, you know what I'm saying, like I'm out, you know this, but at the end of the day, you feel me, like
No, I want to park my truck. I'm just asking if you can move it up. Just
I'll be right back.
Shit, right, y'all.
but at the end of the day, like literally, like so, and then what he was saying, I don't necessarily not necessarily. I don't. Every person that I date, the next person rather, is clean slate. Like what they put on it is what I receive, and I don't transfer what happened prior to what's current. And I don't know why I have that ability. I just don't, because everybody gets a clean slate, and what you put on it is what I'm going to go by.
And to be realistic, I know we're using the clean dishes thing, but do we really find out what each other's standards are, even in the first month? We usually see it.
You don't, and you can't. You can see what somebody is trying to portray that they want from you, but you don't truly know because they're not willing to say it, nor are you willing to ask. And that is like what's so hard about like starting a relationship.
Mhm.
And I can say as somebody who's had many relationships, but what I will say is like me me and Derek here, like, we've known each other for like 5, I think it's like 6 years now. It's like 6 years now. Like, we've had our falling outs. We've, like, been best friends. We've been everything that you can be to somebody, but, like, that clean slate has always started over anytime anything has ever happened. And it takes a certain kind of person to be able to do that. It takes a person not to hold what happened to them into who they're trying to talk to next. And a lot of people can't do that, which is nothing wrong with it. But the people who can do that, they need more respect put on them, because, like, they give the benefit of the doubt when they know the doubt.
But that comes with understanding too, like what she said, like what we've been through, it came on my part with the wisdom that I possess and the knowledge that I have, and me being a cancer. And again, anything you read about them, for the most part, I match that shit 100%. If I can't read and literally see who you are, I can't feel safe. I can't fuck with you. I don't give a fuck. We could literally be in a club. I don't need but a few seconds. Your vibe, your energy, that shit, I'm gonna read that shit like a fucking book for motherfuckers who have trouble seeing it. Letters are big as shit. I'm gonna see it. There are some things that are a little bit harder that I might have to look a little bit deeper, because of maybe the front or whatever that people are trying to put. But I see through walls. I don't. Not. I don't. It's not that I can't see that a person has walls up, but I see through the wall, and I know what's behind each one to a degree. With this one, I knew that the things that she was going through was not of her own doing. It was motivated, influenced by her circumstances, good or bad, whatever the case is. And I had more understanding and compassion for how she was trying to move, and that was made me more understanding and more patient with her. It wasn't just like, oh, damn, she moved like that. I don't just cut people up like that. And I hate to have that. I have that discipline and that understanding, because sometimes it's like I give people way too much rope, way too much rope. But at the end of the day, like this year is still a solid friendship that we've had for almost 6 years, and literally it's still solid, and even more solid that she's on the set on the show, literally showing love. Woke me up today. I overslept. The pressure is a motherfucker. It is what it is. But if it wasn't for her, we probably wouldn't even be on the bitch right now. You feel me? But she banged on that door with the entitlement of family, and she has that. And that's because of the way we rock and the friendship that we have. Anybody else was just like, all right, mom, just come home. Whatever. Like, she literally felt just as,
But the reason that I
as
felt so
urgent about
entitled
it,
to do it is because of the respect that you've always given me and the respect that I've always given you, like we were just talking about. Standards goes both ways. You treat me one way, I treat you the same. Anytime that we've ever crossed each other, we did it. I'm not gonna lie, to save each other. No, we did. At one point, we saved each other though. Like, you've got a very good respect, and I think you have a very good crew of people who think the same, that have also very good respect. But you guys have a lot of backdraws that are respectable and very reasonable. Because, like, you've gone against some of the things I said, so you, but I love that you have, and I respect it a lot because I see your guys' side. You've made me think about some of the things that I've said to him. You know what I mean?
And then I'm trying to just, it's not even about keeping peace, it's just making sure that everybody's understood.
Yeah, no, because Raven did hit on a good point. Like, all right, you fucking with my inner teach now. I'm over here and I'm gonna show you what to do. When we eat dinner, I'm like, damn, who scratched this plate right here?
That's called weaponized.
I should have shown
hate
them, but I
incompetence,
didn't
too.
know until now that it was a disrespect. You know what I mean? I didn't know that I was being disrespected because I thought I was giving respect by not being rude or yelling.
Some people will drain your energy and your respect and their leeches. And at what point do you sit there and say, I have done everything I could, and at this point, you are basically saying, fuck you. Especially the person that is in your life and that you want to either be a partner, a lover, a friend. At that point, literally saying, fuck you.
And I've actually gotten to that point, and I have been loving everything that I've been doing for myself, my son. I've seen my son every day. I've seen my son every day since I chose not to take the disrespect exactly what I talked about.
I mean, I'm gonna put my little bit on what Derek said, that you give people too much rope.
I always have.
They hang themselves, but what I've noticed is that you continue to let them hang themselves and you don't take the sign. You continue to let them come back and you keep giving them more rope until they hang themselves again and then you resuscitate them. At what point do you set a standard
For yourself.
to protect yourself and your energy?
I don't.
And see, that's the fucking
That's
that's what you
what
keep
it means.
doing with
What is this?
It's
I
a cycle.
How did this become about you?
It's going to keep happening over and over and over again until you break that cycle and you say enough is enough.
How did this
So,
become about you?
Standards, baby. I have high standards.
So at the end of the day, like,
Hold on, Derek. How did that become about one person in a relationship? I tell you
well,
to
it's not
pick it thin.
Because sometimes people have
it's-
sometimes one person has learned and experienced more things in life than other people.
no, she had another point because I think it was probably a year and a half ago where I basically said you give another person to work their hang themselves. But the problem, what I learned during that year was takers don't mind taking, they don't keep taking their rope. So I said I need to start shortening the rope and the chances that I get. So I have shortened and condensed my circle because I'm access. Everybody loves it.
Yeah, but
Everybody,
I
I
think
cook
your
and
life might
feed
be a
everybody.
little dull at the moment because
Well, if you listen, let me finish to get this out. I've gotten better at cutting people off and condensing my circle. But it's the people that are closest to me that literally still have the favor of that rope. And that's where I need to get better at. The ones that are closest to me, but not for me.
Well, so you say
You feel me?
that you've made your circle smaller.
I gotta bring some folks.
But if you set that boundary and that standard, your circle could get bigger with people who actually respect you and don't take from you. So you don't have to cut off. That's what happens when you don't set standards and boundaries. You think making your circle smaller and cutting people off is, what you need to do. But because if you set that standard, more people will be drawn to you and respect you more because you respect yourself in setting a certain standard.
So basically, because I'm like an analogous listener. Just
That's a mind.
so like, is there a wall when you throwing out this rope?
No, I don't have no wall.
No
And I've said
So
many,
wall-
I've said many a time that imagine if we're one-on-one playing spades, right? You got your cards, 13 cards. I have. Yeah, you can.
No, you have to have
Yeah,
at
you can
least
do
4
nothing.
people.
No. You should be
Okay,
nothing.
I know we are.
Just relax, my child. You can play two-player spades. You literally can. It is a real thing. But either way, it's
Okay.
you got your 13. I got my 13. Because and sorry.
I agree.
And she is a natural blonde.
Right?
But you're good on today on that. But no, like at the end of the day, you got your 13 cards and you hold them up. And what do? You keep the back that does not expose card away from your opponent, right?
Okay.
I don't. My cards are on the table, face the fuck up. I don't hide shit. I am truly transparent. You're gonna play yourself in or out of this hand.
But see, now you're inviting people to look at who you are.
You're
And it shows me
you're
who they
inviting
are.
people to see the hand you have and then to maneuver around you and take from you like they always fucking have.
Why is makeup sex so good?
Why's what?
Makeup sex.
It's
so
actually
good.
no,
Because it might be the last
no
one.
makeup. No
And that is
makeup.
on trauma.
I'm not gonna
That's
lie.
all.
I don't. Makeup sex is terrible at night. It's not. It's not for me. It's not it. It's not it. What are we making up? Are we making up like me being disrespectful
that's
to
just
you?
putting a
You being
band-aid.
I mean, let's say it's
disrespectful
just
to
a
me?
minor thing.
I think it's
Okay.
just putting a band-aid on
But let's say it is just putting a band-aid on something that you're not putting the real medicine on.
Because honestly, when you think about it, makeup sex is because most of the time you have an argument because someone or one party went against a standard or a boundary that you set and you had an argument. So in turn, the person apologized,
Mhm.
and you have makeup sex. But the real apology comes in the future if you let's bring back the dishes.
Yeah.
I'll do the dishes better. I'll do it. I'm sorry. You know what? You're right. And then they continue to do them wrong. That's not. You didn't apologize.
I know,
You didn't
see,
learn your
but
lesson.
there isn't a makeup section because you ain't gonna fucking touch
Yeah,
me.
everyone's
You
different.
ain't gonna touch me. You know what I mean?
'Cause when
Whether
I-
I'm right or you're wrong, let's both be fucking wrong. You ain't gonna touch me. I ain't gonna fucking touch you until we actually both agree to make a right instead of a fucking wrong together. You know what I mean?
Because women are very intellectual.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I'm fucking batshit crazy, and I'm not gonna lie. I'm literally batshit crazy.
What was that? It was like sweetheart, you're on antidepressants, I'm on antipsychotics. They're not the same.
Yeah, no, literally, I'm not on anything, baby. We ain't the same over
They're
here.
not the same.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm bipolar as fuck, okay?
My insurance won't pay for it.
It's my
Welcome
way.
to America.
It's my way or the highway, but at the same time, like, it's my way or the highway because I bring a lot to the fucking table. Maybe I work 2 jobs and I'm
You
a
are the
full-time mom.
people.
So let's be fucking real, unless you gonna do what I do the same time that I do what I do, how I do it, and be detrimentally mentally fucked up when I'm doing it. You ain't on my level, and you ain't gonna be on my level. So
What's your
no,
second?
but
What's your second
they're
job? The
oh
clothes?
so I work at
Yeah.
Super Shoes. I
Oh,
have
okay.
a full-time day job, and I dance at night, and I'm a full-time mom 5 days a week. I don't have time for somebody who ain't gonna give what I give. You can give it in a different way. That's fine. You ain't gonna work as hard as I work. Give it in a different way. But if you ain't willing to give it in a different way, then what the fuck are we doing here? You know what I mean? It ain't me having standards. It's giving what I give, whether it's in the same way or not.
But that's the standard.
I don't think it's a standard. I think it's if you want to live, it's a way of living.
Well, it's also mutual respect. You have to have mutual respect.
You know what I mean? If
So I guess like people would love their kid more than they would love their spouse.
oh my god, I love
Hey,
I will love my son over everything. I've never been with my baby daddy, nor will I ever be with my baby daddy. Best thing that ever happened to me. Love him to death. Gave me my son. My son's the best thing that ever happened to me.
Son burns the house down.
Mm.
It's okay, boy.
He will probably burn the house down. He likes to play with the fucking candles. I'm not gonna
I mean, I started too.
But
Husband burns the
my
house
son
down.
outseats everything in my life. You
I
know what I
think-
mean?
But the thing is this, and this is not actually it's just me, it's from my experience, talking from my head, is that a child is absolved of any intentions because that's just my child. It's this, it's
Know
that.
better than your father.
Well, that's the same thing. Like you said, they're involved in any teaching because they don't know better because you're teaching. You have authority, complete autonomy.
Well, you don't know better until they're taught. If their mother doesn't teach them, I don't have time to teach them because they should have already known.
You somebody new mama.
But
Hey,
see,
I'm not nobody's mama. Don't
But
get me out.
at the same time,
ain't nobody
as
happy.
everything that they're saying, they know what they are taught. And I will say, it's me and my son's father are not together. We are a family. Okay, my son sees us together every single day. We do not have a separate thought on what is or what should be. We have the same thought on everything every single day. The only thing that differs between us is I let my son sleep in my room and in my bed sometimes, which I just like the cuddles. But if you do not respect your significant, whether it be other or parent, and you don't have the same values, then you have no right having a child together or raising one together.
I'm gonna tell you right
Yeah,
now,
a
that
whole
kid,
nother topic.
if you can't
But
kick
it's
him out the
true.
bed, he's gonna try to kick you out the bed. Oh
He
my
ain't gonna try
god.
to kick me out bed, but he's got a week. I'm giving him until Sunday night. His bed is going in his own room, and I'm gonna
Right.
stick note it. Don't don't.
Tell her.
And then
Tell her.
somebody that's had 5 kids, trust me, after the first one,
Dang, you're
second
not wrong. It's gonna be
at 6, it was around
it's gonna be
around
harder
8
for me
months.
than it is.
Uh-huh.
I literally put her in the crib.
You're
'Cause
not
I'm like,
wrong.
look, you're putting in my time.
But
Right.
And
I
she's
understand.
learned. She's been independent ever since. She's been independent ever since.
Yeah.
She me.
I'm talking about her. You know, I'm stick to it.
I mean,
I'm
Put
gonna-
him in a new bed.
I did-
Put him in a new bed.
He puts me in his bed. He says, "Mommy, there's enough room for you two. You can fit."
Well, I mean, y'all kind of on the short side, so.
But I
It's
am.
all the same.
You definitely fit the height requirement to fit in bed.
Definitely me, but I am gonna stick to it. I'll listen. Pinky promise.
Don't
Gonna
stick
stick
to
to
it.
it.
No,
No, I
I
am.
don't
But
want
no,
it, 'cause
no,
you
no,
shouldn't.
no, no, I'm not. I
How old is he?
promise.
How old is he?
3.
Nah, wait till you're like 5.
No, I
Let him
have
have
to.
it.
His dad's already doing it. I got to. It's respect thing. His dad asked me to do it. I gotta do it.
I mean, so I have 5. My oldest daughter, literally at 8 months, I went to that with the first one. Not doing this. 8 months, put her in the crib. The mom was like, "Oh, she's crying," and literally she cried for 10 minutes, and
And if you pick her up,
And-
she's gonna
and-
learn that when
and
she cries, you
literally.
pick her up.
Oh,
look, hold on. It took a week. That first day, she cried for 10 minutes, right? The next night, and look, it's not just throw them in the crib and you're done. No, you literally go get them, you feed, you keep them up during the day, and then around about 8 o'clock at night, you go to bed because adults need to be adults. You feel me? And it is what it is. And the second night, 5 minutes, 3, 4 nights later, hit the thing and it was done. By the end of the week, she never came back in the bed again.
All right.
It is hard for a female. I witnessed it, seen it. It is what it is. It's hard for a female to hear a baby cry, and some people's like,
You said should I be a hater?
I can't ignore my baby because they're crying. You're not ignoring them. You are training them
He just want the baby.
literally tough love. And hold on, let me get this out, y'all. And then y'all can literally go back to the thing. You literally tune that shit out. You're not saying you don't care about them, you don't give a fuck. You're doing something for the greater good. Right now, my daughter literally keeps a job. She's married, she's independent as fuck. And why? Because it's hard for me, motherfucker, to make her sleep in the crib. You feel me? So like, and then you can either be that parent like, oh no, he's crying, I don't want to cry, and then you bail them out of fucking jail, or you can be proud of your kid and all their accomplishments as they go through their adolescence to adulthood and be like, look at my independent child. This is up to you. What? Next.
But won't get his pet.
Because I know it's not. I know
I'm
it's
gonna let
like
you
not
guys
to
talk.
get none.
I'm gonna let you
I feel it's pain.
I did put him in his room for about a fucking night, and then toss, turn. I'm seeing him on the baby monitor, so I'm tossing. I'm turning. Not a sleep. She said,
Like,
yeah,
fine,
I did bring his bed back in my room. So I'm not gonna lie. Fuck you guys, but I respect what you guys say. I respect what.
That's my baby.
Never
That
mind.
part. I already said that part.
But I'll put some respect on what they say because I did. I did go in the room and I did bring his bed in my room that night that he was tossing and
Just
turning.
start a routine that people get used to, that you both can follow. Be religious about it. Like, all right, we're gonna have a bedtime story. I'm gonna chill with you for like 20
Okay,
minutes.
that's
set a timer,
fine.
and then
But
get out.
like, how the fuck am I gonna be over here? We've slept together since the day that his little ass was born. In the hospital,
And you
they were
need to let
doing
your
that.
friend go. I'm gonna say this on behalf of my bestie. On behalf of my bestie, I love you to death. Either he's gonna raise you or you gonna raise him.
We're raising each other.
Then that's a problem.
No, it's not. No, it's not. When you have he's my best friend.
First
It's
one.
not a
I
problem.
love you to death.
He's teaching. No, I am his parent. I'm his parent, but he's teaching me to be a better parent because I'm growing up for him.
I love you to death, but
Growing up for him.
I love you to death, but it's gonna bite you in the ass.
God damn it! I don't want to
It's gonna
spend
bite you.
his
You got a lot of ass. It is what it is, but it's gonna bite you in.
Fine, you're right. You guys are so,
I don't have the
so
same
right.
point of view. I don't have the same point of view.
You guys are
She
so
said
right.
it.
You guys
She
are
knows.
so. You guys are right.
Because we love you.
No, you guys love me. You guys love my
And we
son.
love the little
You
man
love
too.
my son. You guys are more than right. You are so fucking right. By the end of Saturday and the Sunday morning, his bed will be in his room.
How about
Okay.
this? How about this? Do not take the time. Just make an earnest effort.
Just
Put
well,
the-
well, he
put
won't
the-
be there, so that's why I'm gonna go. You know what I
Look.
mean?
Put the earnest effort to try to recalibrate that and redo it. Don't put time on it. Because that is going to make you
Okay.
have more anxiety.
I see that. I see.
Oh, I missed
got
my
that.
time. I missed my.
Oh yeah, I don't
So
have
I'm
time to
gonna
do
use
it. I
your
got it.
child as an analogy.
All right, go ahead. His name is Lincoln.
Lincoln,
Stinky Link.
love it. He leaves every week. You don't know what's going on at that house. Ooh, I'm touching nerves here.
I actually do.
I mean, maybe you
You
do,
guys keep in contact pretty much. Like, you guys are cordial. right?
but what you don't
About
know
where-
Yeah, we talk about
is there some, because most children do this, right? You know, even in relationships, I didn't tell you because I didn't want you to blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But so you have some things where children don't talk about. It could be something simple. Could have been like at daddy's house, the daggone water just keeps dripping at the window and it runs his mind. But when he at mommy's, she don't tell and yell at him and say, I'm not accusing pops.
Yeah.
But she don't say, go to your room, get out. That whole tough love thing. So my advice is a little different. It's a little similar too. I would start to train my kid little simple things like we'll watch a movie on the couch. Fell asleep on the couch. Peace out. I might see you at 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
But this is going to teach you that I'm protecting the whole house.
So so his daddy is the strict like is what it is. Like so I went over there Sunday like 12 o'clock. Want to pick him up. AJ was taking a nap. He said him and the baby were taking a nap. The baby was sitting there, sitting awake, but sitting in his room, listening to his father, staying in his room because it was nap time. I am the parent that he doesn't listen to. You know what I mean? Like the most. And we everything that we say goes hand in hand, but he doesn't listen to me the most. I think starting to realize it's because you're in my room. I let you sleep in my room. If you wake up at 2, not that he's in charge, but he knows that mommy gives in.
Or
You know what I
mommy
mean?
listens more.
I don't think it's that I listen, but I give in to him. You know what I mean? I let him be
and
close.
kids are super smart. And
Yeah.
Can sense and feel. Mommy
He
is
works
the-
me
the
over. You
easy
know
one.
what I mean? So that's why I'm saying, like, the past week he's been acting up really, really bad. So that's why I thought, hey, I need to get him into his room. Today, he told me that the babysitter lets him watch Bluey.
Hey,
We don't-
Louie.
We don't watch
Nope.
Bluey. Bluey is Australian. They say a lot of things and act horribly and treat their parents like crap. He looked at me about 2 weeks ago and called me a pisser. I said, what?
Oh, how they said, yike, your piss shot.
Mommy, you're a pisser. In Australia, that
Did
means
they
you're
say that
funny.
you told them something to do? Mommy, I'll piss off.
No, he just corrected me.
Good night, Mike.
It means you're funny in Australia. It means you're funny in Australia. But it doesn't mean the same here in the US.
It seems like
I did correct him. Me and his father don't let him watch Bluey, so I called his dad. I was like, hey, can you talk to the babysitter?
and if you don't, you should.
No, it's
Yeah.
I am a little bit more rude in how I say things and how I talk. It's
Yeah.
not my responsibility.
right?
It's his father's responsibility. He pays her. You know what I mean? We have a very good connection. We have the same way. The only thing that we don't go hand in hand on is I let my son sleep in a bed in my room, and he wakes up at 2, 3, whatever time it is. I put him in my bed, and that's how it goes. That has to change. Like it has to change.
As the topic, as well. We're still in the same track, and we're still in the same boat, but we're going to twist it a little bit. Because at the end of the day, that was beautiful as it was. But we're going to go with a little bit of difference of social media. So, social media versus reality. Like, did Instagram and dating culture actually raise expectations too high? Or did they make them unreachable? You feel me? So, because everybody wants a high value partner, but again, because it was funny how we mentioned earlier tonight about the instant versus just that water. Like, first
But
of all,
what do you qualify as a high value partner?
and what do you use to gauge that quality? Because at the end of the day, like again, all my renters are gorgeous, even this one. Shut up, man. At the end of the day, I have had like, my last, a couple situations back, the way that she would edit was really like mind blowing. Dang it. The editing that some of these, Instagram models and gorgeous girls do on there, they definitely have an attraction because people, you got 5,000, 10,000
I don't think
views,
that they have
100,000 likes.
attraction. I
No.
think
I'm
they
saying
have
the
money.
ones that are watching them, that ain't got no fucking money. There's nothing to edit the video. Literally chop your waist and make it look like you got a BBL. Like there's real editing for shit like that.
So
You feel
okay,
me?
so what's the question?
The question is social media making or breaking the effort in dating? To keep it simple.
Well, they're raising the stakes to that.
And then, like, when you're looking at social media, are you, not you, I'm saying, are the females that you're looking at authentic or are they, like, fabricated? No other way to really put that.
Well, the
Like,
saying is don't believe everything you see on the internet.
but we're talking about men who may not be emotionally intelligent
Right.
or who may not have the ineptitude to be able to be like, is she real or not? Like, I can literally look at a woman, I don't give a fuck what she's wearing or not. Like, as long as it's,
Well, that's
Once you don't have a
dating
coat.
comes in. That's how you date. You say, okay, you date someone until you want to be in a relationship.
But
When
people
you're-
don't really date anymore. That's the crazy thing. People don't really date
no,
anymore.
it's just changed how it is.
It's like social media dating.
It's like
See, me personally, I have never done Tinder, Hinge,
I have been to
Bumble.
it's been a long time.
I've never done any
Like,
dating
that's
sites.
new.
I have always known that I wanted to meet someone authentically in person. So it's all
Rare.
about
And
if you do those dating sites, then you have to be aware that these people are catfishes sometimes, or they're not real. So when you actually meet up with them, the common thing when you meet up with people is, oh, well, you're not as tall as your profile. That's the risk you take when you do that. So I mean, it's
Where
all
them credits
about,
come from? Like, I didn't see the moon in your picture.
Yeah, it's all, but see what I'm saying? Like, and I know that I want to meet someone in your life because I don't want to deal with that. Like, I don't even want to subject myself to that possibility. And that is a boundary that I set for myself. If I have to go on a dating site and risk that factor, it's not worth it to me. Personally. I mean, and that's why I say everyone's different. You have to
No, I will say I have met people on dating sites, but I've never ever taken it further unless I've met them in person. And I've met people from dating sites in person, and I'm like, wow, you're exactly like the profile, but even though you're exactly like
But
the
not like
profile,
your bio.
they don't read. You know what I mean? And
I like to, like we were talking about aura earlier. When someone walks in, you can, for some people, for me especially, because I'm very intuitive, my intuition is very well established. I can look at somebody and feel their intentions, what kind of person they are, or
how they're gonna treat you.
Exactly. And if I don't know, then I'm gonna ask questions, and that's what I look for. As if I'm looking for a friend, if I'm looking for a partner, if I even want to talk to you,
Or just anybody that I'm genuinely gonna interact with. I, as a dancer,
you get really good at reading people.
you really good at reading people.
I have to.
I can look at you and know that you want to dance, but I'm not gonna do that dance with you, and I'm gonna pay my boss not to do that dance with you. You know what I mean? I've met him for the first time tonight, and very good yellow, orange, happy, striving for the best energy. You can meet somebody.
He looks hard. He's calm.
No,
He's
he gives such
But
yellow,
that's what I'm
orange,
saying.
happy,
That's what I'm saying.
amazing
He walked in and he
energy.
was that's what I'm saying.
You
He walked
big and
in.
bad,
Sonny,
but
it's your
you
fault.
big and bad, but you very teddy bear.
That's what I'm saying. He walked in, he was big. I'm like, so I'm like, damn.
First
You know,
impression.
he could rock some
Yeah.
shit. But at the same time, I'm like, you know what?
Energy very
There's something
calm.
soft about you.
Yeah, very calm.
That's not what you thought. You said you can rock somebody's shit.
You could rock
Yeah,
somebody's
rock
shit.
his shit.
Don't get it twisted. You
Yeah.
could rock somebody's shit, but you're also a very kind and
Very
caring
soft,
individual.
giving
Your aura is
individual.
very soft.
Yeah, you're very
Very,
kind-hearted.
very soft.
You can see behind your eyes that
So,
You know that you could do damage, so you're very humble.
you're
I
very kind and
That's
soft.
I
And
am.
I
I
can
have
say
a
that you're very
peace,
soft
and I
and
don't
kind
let it out.
towards women because your
Motherfucker
mother, your
literally be
grandmother do the
testing me.
most to you. You're their rock, and you breathe them every day.
Aren't you
I
glad you
feel
showed
that
up
about
tonight?
you.
I'm just trying not to be gravel,
But
man.
see, you see what I mean? But if he was on social media, I'm not.
Uh-huh.
But if you just posted a picture that through the camera. It's only when you're like close to someone you can connect energies, and that's what I personally strive for. I can't do that on the internet. So for the people that go on dating sites and on Instagram and are like, damn, she's hot, like I wish I had a girl like that. She's so bad.
But they're there for a fill. They're
So,
not there to
it's
collect
chemical
energy.
imbalance.
Yeah, they're not there to
They're
collect
attracting
energy.
the
They're
wrong people.
They're all
They're-
dopamine high. That's
It's
what
like
they're
it's
doing
like
for.
that. They're there for their self-esteem in order to get their next high. That's their high. That's
Yeah,
that's
it
their
is. It
literal
really
high.
is.
You know what I
It's
mean?
social media.
Most
Oh
of the
wow,
time it's
somebody
men.
had an interest in me.
Most of the time it's men chasing the dopamine high.
Well, yeah. I mean, it
As
is what
as
it is.
and the
as,
women
as
are
you
fishing
can
for
as
it.
you can say that, I will say it's men chasing that dopamine high, but it's women who are chasing. I needed to be validated. Literally, I need to be
And
validated.
But she don't have to chase for it.
But see,
Yes, she does. She does. And she does because every other girl around her is posting 10 times trying to be the hottest hit.
My thing is that when guys say, "Oh, well, she's just posting for male validation. She's, an attention seeker." You know what? Yeah, because most of the time, the same person or the same individual that's saying that is also liking other people's photos. It's also on Facebook. It's also doing the same thing. What we say in like the sex industry or sex workers or whatnot. People are going to look at you and point a finger and jack off with the other hand. They have an opinion about everybody else, but they're going to consume the same thing. So at that point, that's what I mean. I'd rather do it in person. It's full circle.
That
It is
really
full
matches
circle.
the concept of one finger points out while the other points to
Right. So like people who watch porn. Literally, I experienced this weekend. People who watch porn, if they go to a club, they're like, oh well, she's a dancer, she's not drinking. I don't know why you're subjecting yourself to this, like people are touching you, people always look at you and stuff. You're saying that, but at the end of the day, you're probably gonna go home and scroll on Instagram looking for naked girls or watch
You're
porn.
probably gonna try to wait in the parking lot.
So,
to see if you
again,
get the girl.
Exactly.
First of all, fuck y'all for that. And at the end of the day, my cards face up. I watch porn, but it's only for a means to
But
an
you don't-
end.
But you
I do
point
not-
fingers at dancers. You don't subject people. See, that's
I
the
protect
and see,
women.
that's why we're friends.
And everybody literally like at the end of the day. Let me tell you something. Porn does fuck people's minds up. Not mine at the end of the day. But this is the thing. I love beauty and I look at women like women, not objects, not something to like literally like capture and put on the fucking shelf. I look at them as something to praise, to covet and put high and put them in a space where they're protected. I've laid next to gorgeous women who could be models, who could be actresses, whatever the fuck they want, and I didn't put a fucking finger on it. And yeah, you would think, man, like you let that, yeah, let that go, bitch. Because if you don't want me, I don't want you. Not that I'm not attracted to you, but at the end of the day, I don't believe in pressure. I don't believe in putting strains on anybody, female or not. You
The
feel
way you're
me?
talking though, you should put that in your relationship.
I do. I give them
But
way
you
too
did-
much. I
That's what I'm saying.
literally let them be the.
But
I
you're saying you
said,
won't tolerate that stuff. Keep that same energy.
we're going to tolerate.
But see,
what?
that's the same thing I'm
I'm not
not
tolerating. What? I'm talking about disrespecting a woman.
Well, no,
Well, that's the same thing though. But if for the same thing for like any woman that you don't know, why is it different for the woman that you do know?
Because the
You
woman,
know?
well, the woman that I'm pursuing, if I'm like trying to start a relationship, if I'm pursuing
Right.
you, literally like what they get is whatever they want.
Can I ask you a question real quick?
To an
So
extent.
so the woman that you're trying to pursue, are you holding them up to the women who are just the people in your life? Are you trying to hold them to those standards? Do you know what I'm
Clarify that a little bit. Make that a little bit more clear.
saying?
Are you basing your new relationship on the last one?
I just told you I don't.
I'm not
Everybody
I'm not
gets
saying the
one
last
chance.
one. I'm not
That's
saying
all.
the last relationship. I'm trying to say like me. We've never been in a relationship. Are you trying to base a relationship off the respect that me and you have for each other?
No.
Okay. Okay, cool. I was just trying to clarify that. But what I think that they were trying to say is you need to bring the respect that you carry with like me and
You
everyone
earn it.
else.
I don't-
It's not about me earning
They
it.
did
It's
never.
no. If they want to be in your life, they should automatically have to earn it. That's a privilege to be in your life, Derek. That is a privilege.
I'm loving the way these are unfolding because previous episode it comes back to where we at now.
Accountability, like, yeah, a lot of things that hit from that.
I think we have to go to the car real quick, but do people really discuss standards when they first meet each other?
I do.
know.
I do.
Word up.
Absolutely.
Look,
Because I'll tell you why.
Mhm.
I was in a relationship that completely destroyed me. My nervous system, I was having panic attacks, I wasn't eating. I got down to 84 pounds. It completely crushed me. I went through an ego death. And I know people say, oh, I had an ego death. No, I literally almost died. And I woke up and I went through the process. And I was in the hospital for 2 weeks. And in
Where
that
you are
time,
now.
thank you. In that time while I was in the hospital, I wrote a book. Not a big one, just like 20 pages.
Still good.
But on each page, I wrote a standard. That's why I have so much to talk on this topic. I wrote a standard and what it would look like to me. And I wrote a book. And any person that has dated me since that will know that I have brought that book up. And I have said, these are my standards to even have access to me. Because I went through so much shit that I refuse to have anyone around me that could possibly put me back in that situation. That doesn't mean I don't trust people. That just means if I'm going to let you close, then this is what you have to agree to. And I will do
It
the
just
same for
means
you.
that you care about yourself
Exactly.
in a way that you will never let yourself
Correct.
slip back down
And I
to
always
where
bring
you
up
were.
standards when I meet someone new. I'm like, this is what I expect on baseline level. We can talk about extravagant things later. This is just baseline.
A true gentleman, a true man, will actually measure up and raise up to
And
that
will
bar.
be interested in it.
And so that
And
brings
he
us
won't
back
look
to
at it
our
like, oh,
topic.
this is just too much.
And
Like,
most of the
no,
time, they will look at it and be like, you know what? I think you're amazing, but I don't think I can live up to these standards. And I don't get upset. I don't get sad.
every
They're
transparent.
honest. Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. And
But-
then they're free to move on and find somebody who actually gets
That's
that.
what-
Exactly. And
And
one
he's
day
not
there
wasting
is
your
gonna
time.
be
Hold me
be
back.
somebody who's gonna want to meet those standards one day. And one thing I will say on this, never, ever, ever settle for anything less than you ever want. Because
What one man or woman won't do, another will.
I
And I
love
hate to say that because it's kind of like,
no,
but I don't know what the word is for it, but it's like, it's true.
it is
It's
true.
not hateful, it's not deceitful, it's just a
Well,
fact.
one won't, another will do. And as I say that,
That's true.
I love my baby daddy. He's willing to give me the world. He's willing to take care of me. But guess what?
It's a big
I don't
head,
need
too.
him to take care of me. He takes care of my son. He is my friend at the end of every single day. I know that at the end of every day that he could never be what I truly need in a person, and that's not his fault, nor is that my fault. We were never meant to be together. We were meant to have a child together, and that is it. We did our duty to God, and we will do our duty to God by raising our son. But you ain't gotta settle. You don't ever, and you don't have to be hateful. You don't have to be
You have to
hateful.
accept that you guys don't like each other and
Yeah.
move on.
Nothing will work if you don't have God as your foundation.
And I will say
I
nothing
beg to differ.
won't
And
work
that's
if
why
you
it's
don't
not
want it to. Nothing won't work.
It can be great, but it ain't working.
I'm not going to keep basic strictly on God.
No, I'm
If
not
you're
basing
Oh,
not
it
yes,
on
talking
no.
that.
about,
No,
we're not
It's
talking,
the
we're not
foundation.
talking about like
And-
God and religion and stuff. I'm
and-
just saying whatever
and
you
as-
believe in,
As the
yes,
host,
it
I
has to be a
will,
foundation.
as the host,
What is
Yeah.
it?
Not
as the-
specifically God.
as the host, I will step in and say, you cannot definitively put that on someone. You can't.
I'm not putting it on no
You
one.
just
I'm putting it
did.
on the
You
whole world.
just literally said,
I'm putting it on the
well,
whole world.
but that's still someone.
You can't have a
It's-
foundation
I
without
get that,
God.
but this is not that show.
No, I'm just letting you know.
You can't have a
without God.
foundation.
Specifically, but whatever you believe in.
Yeah, you
You
can't
can
have a
believe what you
foundation.
want to believe.
You can't have a foundation without finding
I respect
common
that.
ground.
There you go.
You
Well, I
can't
respect
have a
that, yeah.
foundation
I respect
without
what you
finding
believe.
common
Because
ground.
it's not what you say. It's not what you say. It's how you say it.
The only
sometimes.
reason I say God,
No, so,
And
yeah,
it sounded
let me clear
very
it up.
like
I
direct.
respect what everyone believes.
yeah.
But I'm gonna tell everyone the truth. Your foundation gonna be shaky
Mm-hmm.
if you ain't got God in your foundation. You can beg to differ.
I,
Like I beg to differ.
I guess.
Okay, we can name
on
it
the
whatever
spirit,
everybody
on the
wants to
spiritual side, I
that-
can.
Everyone
that
has
part
a
too.
name for their higher
On the
power.
spiritual side, I can agree. I definitely agree with you what you're saying, but the way that you're delivering it seems very brash.
Yeah.
If you believe in
Respectfully.
That's
But
what I'm
me
saying. And
personally,
this is
Believe
The
it.
higher power that you believe in will set your foundation for wherever you choose to set it up.
are they achieving based on their wants? They
Not
don't
to
want
like-
what you just brought.
Yeah, not to fully.
There are people out there that do not believe that, and they still believe they're getting what they want. Obviously, that is
So
their situation and your situation. I think everybody up here.
personally, I believe in a different God, and that's okay. But for me, she is my foundation. The God that I believe in is Sakate, and she is my foundation. So yes, any higher power or spirit or whatever you believe in, as long as it goes back to
Having a foundation.
personally foundation and manifesting and having a positive attitude and believing and putting faith in mostly yourself, to trust yourself and know your own standards. That goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
Without having a belief or
Or
power.
a name.
If you don't believe in anything, it doesn't matter.
Or a name
You
to
still
your
have to
belief.
believe in yourself and trust yourself that you're going to have standards to
Yeah.
protect yourself.
And I will say the only reason that I said God is because like my son
Is that
just
what
got
you believe in?
I'm more of I don't name it, but I'm saying this
I mean,
for my son
right.
because we just got him accepted into a Catholic school.
Congratulations.
So hopefully he starts. If not, it'll be the next year after this one. But I say that because like I was raised Christian, So I always knew that there was a higher power. I never
bigger than us.
something bigger than us. I never named it. I say God now because I want to raise my son on something.
So that he can know.
Well,
that
his
it's
father, God all the way. So we got him baptized. He's baptized, fully baptized. I want him to believe in something and understand something, whether he chooses to name it that or name it something other. That is his choice.
Well,
But
a little off topic.
Yeah.
When he gets older, are you going to be open? If he says, "Mom, I don't believe in God," are you going to be open?
I will be open to that. Whether his father is or not, it would definitely not happen. That side of the family will not happen. So I see my son coming up as believing God, which as a person who did not come up believing that, but now I'm starting to like name something because I want something for my child.
Just don't know.
I accept whatever he chooses to be, but I hope for his father's side and his mother that side that he chooses to continue to believe in God, because that's what we're indulging him in. But if he chooses to name it different, I named it different when I was younger. Everybody can name it whatever they want, but as long as you guys choose to believe in a higher power that gave you life and create a foundation based on that, you will do okay. But if
You just
You
choose
just
the God that
don't
loves you.
no, I can't, because if you just choose to believe that everything is out of thin air and
If you believe donkeys run the universe,
and if you
but
can,
it's still
if you
boils
can
down
be a
to
thought,
trust
yeah.
yourself.
yeah, trust yourself.
I'm an ordained minister. This fellowship, Jehovah's Witness, and I believe that. But at the end of the day, I'm not actively practicing it because of things in my past or what have you. But I know what I've learned, and I believe what I've learned. It is what it is. But we're gonna search because this is not a spiritual. This is not a. We're gonna go to the next point and accountability. Are you what you're asking for? Because at the end of the day, we have standards, right? But
Can we meet them?
let me finish this. At the end of the day, we ask for something based on our standards, what we believe, what we are literally standing on 10 toes, right? Are we giving on that level of what we're asking? Starting with this man down here, because you said little to me.
You can't really dig into something without going to the actual issue. The actual issue is, how we were raised up. So, I'm gonna use this foundation where it is, if you were raised up, I'm not even gonna make detail on this. If you were raised up in a way that affects who you are, which it will, then that is something that we all have to be understanding about. For instance, we just had a conversation, more than one big guy, for instance, a big lady, whatever. I don't think I should call it that. Let's say little lady. You know what I'm saying? But either way, we still had respect. I was open, you was open. We gave a little detail, then we just left it alone. But then I learned, and someone else in the room had to learn. And if we keep acting like our people, the world, is sick, ain't being affected by outside situations. It could be your grocery store feeding us red 5. We really have to dig, and I know, you keep telling me every episode, you don't like going this deep, but this is the real issue. What's your diet like? Fat boy, trap, Don trap. You mean, what's your diet like, big guy? Because depending on what
You don't want to know my
I mean,
diet.
it might not matter to you, but that will actually show you how sluggish I am around the house. Are you a burger eater? That might be simple to most people, but you eat hamburgers, you're like, all right, do
But
you
see, I don't
fast?
judge because, like I
You
said,
gotta judge in order to find out if you like me.
well,
I don't like you, I'm
Yeah,
judging
but
you.
you can't
You-
judge
you
somebody
judge-
off looks or weight. That's not
Not in
right.
a judge like I'm a,
That would be that would be
but like you just, you're gonna calculate.
like
Like,
me. I don't
okay,
deal with
tell me a little more about yourself. I've seen you before, or I kind of like you, but either way,
One of my favorites.
in order to really know each other, we gotta go to the root of the issue. Like, if my tree is rotten, right? I'll cut off a branch, not chop the whole tree, because I'm gonna find the rotten part, and I want to try to. And when I do chop it, I'm gonna come check on it and see how it's doing.
well, then that kind of leads into
Yeah.
are you gonna be my best friend, my acquaintance, or am I going to keep you at arm's length? Not in a disrespectful way, just like you
That's
don't
real.
put other people in categories based off of those conversations.
That's real. Yeah, that's real. If we figure it out, baby.
All right. Let me ask, because I think this ties into it. Are your standards real or are they trauma based? And from what you just said, it kind of feels like based off of like mine are.
I don't think
I
that
don't
they're
think I
trauma
acknowledge
based.
my
I
trauma.
think that everyone
I mean, I
has
did that.
Good time from
everyone
Word.
deals with everything
we don't understand
the way that they were handled in life. It's
I mean,
What, say that again?
everything everyone is dealing with how did I say it? Everyone is dealing
rewind it.
with
I'm sorry, it's live. I can't.
how they were like brought up and taught in life. Like it's all situational. Like you're acting upon based of what you saw, how you've been treated and everything. Yeah, it's situational, but at the same time it's not. It's more conditional than situational.
Is it
At
conditional
this
or
point.
transactional?
It's depending on the person because of what line of work it's the person.
Yeah, but like I said in the beginning,
I think it's mostly conditional. You're conditioned to feel some type of way. You're conditioned to treat people some type of way. You're conditioned to think that some type of outcome is going to happen because of what you're used to. That's what it boils down
And
to.
that is the trauma.
It's not a bond because you may not have a bond with that person. You are
I'm
conditioned.
saying,
We are conditioned
To
to what we
But-
think is going to happen because of what has already happened to us.
That's PTSD.
no.
It's not
It's an
PTSD.
effect.
It's
say,
not
say what
PTSD.
you just said again.
We are conditionalized because
Based
of
on-
what we have already been through.
That's,
It's
that's
not
PTSD.
PTSD because
Think of it this way.
PTSD
PTSD is a traumatic.
PTSD is traumatic. You are conditioned to
okay.
act and respond to what is happening to you in the given moment because what you have already dealt with in previous life, whether it was young,
I
toddler,
ain't sure
or
You know what's
saying
messed
that,
up?
but I don't have to adjust the
What's
temperature
messed
for
up?
people.
What's messed up? The brain does
But
something without
no.
your permission. When you, let's say PTSD or condition, when you in that moment make a decision and it worked, your brain puts up the security
When it,
and says, "This is realistic for you." It does this to you. It even does this to stuff you believe. It'd be like, "Hold up, the window shut when you said shut it. Oh, that works." So then your brain puts it in. Your brain does this. Your brain says,
Alright,
"Oh,
so-
put this in the back of our mind. We believe."
let me step in because the best example is a person in the military. Like my dad, was in Vietnam and he was in the Marines and XYZ, right? When I say PTSD, when she said what she said, is because it's based on past, right? So at the end of the day, he was accustomed to being in survival mode, right? The bombs, the air raids, all of those things, right? after leaving the military, you feel me, living a normal life, and you're not subjected to those traumas, it still was a certain way for him to have to be in survival mode mentally because he had to do that. There were times, and maybe that's why I'm so crazy now. He actually, my mom was pregnant with me, and he maybe had a dream or whatever the case may be, kicked her damn near out of bed. You feel me? Based on that. And what she said was based on past things. That is in a PTSD category, even if it's not authentically, definitively, exactly PTSD. You feel me? Because, like, a person that has had abusive partners prior to you, right? And then at the end of the day, people feel like, oh, this is love. No, they don't necessarily love that. That is just a drug. And a drug doesn't necessarily mean you love it. It's just, it is your addiction. It is what you're used to. It's what you acquire, you know, not aspire to, but like what you have been accustomed to.
Okay.
And so when you get to someone, let's say, like someone gets with you after being with a few partners that were abusive or users or whatever the case may be, and then they get with you, you're safe, you're comfortable, and at the end of the day, based on what they've been through, you're boring because you provide safety, comfort, and like tranquility. At the end of the day, that person that is kind of like going through withdrawals from that drug, not that they loved it, not that they wanted it, but but that high was the arguments, the toxicity, the fucking arguments. You feel me? They may start to bait you
To fight.
unintentionally to fight, to argue, to whatever, to see, and it may be, it may be, it may be not that they literally want you to beat their ass, not that they literally want you to argue, but it may be to test you to see, because what they've been through, they came out of a war zone. For a woman, hold on, let me get this out. For a woman to come out of that and have to literally like conform to the mentality of what it takes to survive a situation like that, she's not necessarily broken. She's literally in combative mode. You feel me? Let me get this out. She's in combative mode, and not that she sees you in a combative way. She's just like, when this motherfucker gonna switch up on me? When he gonna motherfucking do this and do that? And you may, like, for me, I've never put my hands on a woman. I'm never going to at the end of the day. But for her to bait you, to you who've never been abusive or been in that sort of toxic way, it is literally going to push you damn near to the edge if you that real dude, you that genuine dude, right? But for her, it's like, let me see. You feel me? And then when you don't, it's still kind of like it can fuck with a person in that mindset's mind. You feel me? At the end of the day, that is a sad situation, but it could be beautiful if you do not crack.
For anybody, male, female, who's been through any domestic situations, we stand with you. And if you need any help, you can call the number or you can hit us up in the chat.
That ain't
Because
fun.
he could pound somebody. I told you earlier, he could fuck somebody up.
Yeah, we don't go for that over here. But we there with you and we care about you. We love you. On another note, you still got that thought? No.
We got a question from the audience. Let me say this.
Wait, can I read it?
Oh, I got it.
Sorry, that's too much rain. I'm sorry. That's the side. I didn't have to
You
read
wanna read
it.
it? Right.
Okay. What if standards wasn't meant for you, but you accepted that person for them, loved them for them, and they expect standards from you that are accustomed to their new beliefs? Would you meet them halfway, or would you expect new standards out of them since they ask too much from you? No new standards. Okay. I don't get it.
So basically, the person saying,
Alright, let me see.
you're in a relationship, let's say 5 years, it's going good. You with it?
Yeah.
Person comes up and they say, "Babe, I've been studying. I've been studying and I'm learning." Let's take today's day and age. This person has started to learn the system ain't for them.
Okay.
So they're trying to learn
Conform themselves to
It's
the
something new.
system.
Right.
well, out of it. And so you bring this to your significant other, and I guess based on the comment was they don't have their own standards. They accepted the person as they were, and as life came upon, that person that they're with brought standards up.
So my question is, why didn't you have standards for yourself to begin with, and why are you just conforming to the person that you're with? If you're doing it just to benefit them, then that.
I feel like this is a bigger question for something that they really want. Like, there's a more simpler question. You could be
Yeah, I did definitely.
What's the actual question you're trying to ask? Not being around the bush, because I feel like
It's more
Well,
like,
I mean,
so if you're doing all this shit for them and you ain't getting anything out of it, then stop
No,
doing
it goes-
what
I
you're
mean,
doing.
but I've actually.
it goes into if you choose to be with someone and you guys are great in the beginning and whatnot, and your partner starts to change. Oh, I'm Christian now, or oh, I believe this now. That is at a point where you have to sit down and have those tough conversations. And like we were talking earlier, you and me, that's when you decide if you're willing to move forward, if you're willing to grow with this person and accept them, or if you say,
That's
I see you, I appreciate you, I respect you, but that doesn't really fit necessarily with what I'm going for in my life. And no hate, no animosity. It just sometimes people just grow apart. And some people choose
And
to
I
grow
can
people.
say that you're right, because that is like the situation that I'm in. Like I have a big heart and I love everyone and I want to help everyone. But at the same time, I can't continue to put myself out and do more, not necessarily in a working way, than they're willing to do, just because I care about what they have going on.
So
I care about the kids, is what I'm saying.
I'm gonna put a twist on it. What they basically said is this person ain't got shit, and you had standards. So you've had standards, expectations, but yet you accepted them as they are, and then these people then had a new, like like a
Last thing I said, it said, would you expect a new standard out of them if they ask too much of you, or other new standards from you? So I would say, if they're expecting so much from you out of the blue and they haven't had a conversation, then yes, if they can't meet that standard, then they should not ask it of someone else. So yes, you should expect them to do the same thing if they're asking it from you.
what they said was the addition to the first one was if you had standards for this person, they didn't meet them, but then they had this epiphany of a new idea.
Communication.
But no, I'm saying like this person ain't done shit. Is basically what they're saying. And you've had these standards, but you tolerated them and love them as they are, as who you love them as they are. And no, that's not what I'm saying. You love them as they are, and then these motherfuckers had the nerve to come up with a new standard, which you still meet that one too. Is what they're saying.
No.
You gonna keep letting them play you
You
while you keep raising up to these different standards. Well, they didn't.
Even if they don't explain that, part, that person is not meeting that standard, and they get pissed off by not meeting that standard, and they choose to raise one of
They have
their
the audacity
standards.
to ask you to come up to a new standard. Are you gonna do that
And then
too?
they're mad that you don't meet that
Fuck
standard.
no, we ain't gonna do
They're
that.
wanting
Just
to
to
walk
answer the
away from
question.
it. Okay, let them walk away from you. Let them walk away from that shit, because you asked the bare minimum. They rebutted and tried to make it about you.
To get
Maybe
you
that's
to keep doing
deflection,
work while
baby.
they sit
Yeah.
back and watch
That's
you work.
deflection.
No, fuck that.
Didn't we just talk about
Housework,
We
yeah.
did, but at the same
The
time,
episode
they were asking
last night
questions.
was about that.
You don't
Sure.
you don't
We
take
didn't
shit
mention
from
that.
nobody. You give what you were given. You
Nah.
get
So at
what
the end
you
of the
give,
day,
you get what you were
if you've
given.
already accepted someone as they are, you give them that love and that compassion.
if they're making new standards, then you make your standards. If you don't know what your standards are, then this is
And-
the time for you to sit down with yourself and think about, like I did. I wrote them down, my standards, and then I wrote a small paragraph of what that looks like to me, how it would look like if I was with someone, what I expect from them. You need to do that because without a foundation, you can't build on it.
Guidelines,
Accept
damn
that. Like, come on.
Hallelujah.
It's full circle. Everything comes back around.
So you saying 5 years in the relationship, everybody's dealt with each other, they're at the same standards, etc. And then significant other comes in and say, "Babe, I've been thinking we should have this new standard." You think that they should work on trying to get to that new standard?
Depends on if it's reasonable.
Okay.
If both parties can do it
Or agree?
or agree
Okay.
to do it. And like I said, that's when you have those hard conversations to decide whether or not you want to go forward with it or not. It's always situational. Everyone is different. So I can't specifically say yes or no. If you should do this, you should do this. It has to have a conversation. You have to communicate, especially if it's your partner.
Because it could be as simple as like dishes or as major as polygamy.
Not really.
I got it. All right, so she said, okay, so let's say you've been in a relationship for a decade and your standard of that person was to be honest, faithful, and a good father. While you work, that's not a good father is not bare minimum. That is some shit that most motherfuckers don't do.
That's what most people look for in a standard.
Richard, was to be honest, faithful, and a good father while you work and support the family, which that's crazy. So, never had any issues. All right, and then she added to it, doing it instead they were unfaithful and decide they want someone in the relationship for more support. You don't want that, but you stay for the love of them. And then they dump.
Love yourself. Love
Dumb.
yourself. Choose yourself. Stop choosing
if-
someone that is going to do that to you.
Yeah,
Love yourself.
I did that once where I got back for
Bye.
like if a person, first of all,
But I can understand, like, they really love this person. I've been there with the avoidant and the anxious attachment. If you are anxiously attached to someone, it is a chemical imbalance. When you separate yourself from that trauma bond, that's what it is.
you helped me
You
with
are
that
going-
too. So
I did. You are going to go through a withdrawal. You are going to go crazy like I did. I was in the hospital for 2 weeks. You know, it physically, mentally, emotionally affects you in every way. It makes you question your own reality. Until you step away from a situation and actually figure out what your standards are, like I did in the hospital, and what you will accept and what you will not accept, and have a foundation, it's all going to go downhill. You have to love yourself and set a certain standard for yourself. That's what this whole podcast is about. So it's all about your beliefs and what you want. And if you feel any resentment, if you feel any sadness, if you feel any like wrong doing from this person, that should already be a sign
You
that
need to stand up for yourself and
yeah,
actually
stand up for
take
yourself.
be by yourself. And this is coming from someone who has
Yes.
not been by herself in
Do
very,
not run into
very,
the person
very,
because you want
very,
to.
very, very long time. Be by yourself. Have that time to understand who you are as a person, what you want to be, what you want any person in your life to be, and understand about you.
Sounds like you need to do some like
Be
really
by
insight work.
yourself for once, no matter if you are going to struggle
Even
or
if you're
not.
lonely, find friends.
Even if you're gonna struggle,
you only find a TV show.
be by yourself.
Fuck a friend.
The body pillow.
Unless you have a real one.
Not
And
even
the time
that.
it takes for you to find a friend, they found a way
And that
into the cheekier armor, and they literally like are
So
infiltrating
that's
you
when you
like
open
that.
up your own standards.
Hey, what we talked about earlier, being by yourself. I love
I
cuddling my
have
son.
walls.
Walls are your
I have
standards.
rooms
Walls are your
that
standards. Though.
we have on a certain level to make it into.
Walls are your standards. Though. They look at the wall and they say,
Hey, when too many people have a key to your room, it's a
No,
problem.
so the standards. So I don't necessarily agree with that. I don't think standards are a defense. I think standards are your the way that you that's your operating system. Your walls are your fears, your anxieties, the things that you're scared of, and you don't want people to come over that wall because of X, Y, Z. Your standards are what you expect on a level of respect, loyalty, appreciation, things of that nature. Standards and walls, I don't necessarily feel that they're the same thing. Like so. I don't have walls. Hurt me, bitch. But I'm gonna move the fuck on, and I'm gonna literally like you'll never get that chance again. It's what it is. But my standards is what, like, if we go out on a date or we are interacting on a phone call, like one thing about me, I can't stand to be hung up on. Don't hang up on me and get attitude hang up because that's just me hung up on. If I'm willing to talk and communicate, then I expect that in return. That is not a wall that I put up. That is literally what's like something that I expect. So I guess I would say standards are expectations, walls are like defenses. That's what defends you from a person getting too close.
See, I think standards are defenses.
They are in a sense, but not like a wall. A wall is like, oh my god, please do not like see this part of me. That's like concealment.
Okay, but
Right? Protects you from your soft spots.
okay, but you don't.
But you're like,
If you're willing to talk and be near someone, then you shouldn't have a wall because
right.
you want them in your life. If you're not,
But I'm also willing to talk things through that attachment style.
Because I didn't have walls to shield you from it. Like I trust you. And
See,
you
you
are
don't
already-
have walls.
if you
Why it hurts
can
me.
truly like have good people in your life, then you wouldn't need walls. You don't need walls. Walls should not have to be fucking built.
But
Walls,
there,
no,
that's
no,
part-
no,
that-
no,
that's-
no. They're there. They are there because they.
Because people don't know how to enforce standards and boundaries and
Okay, I'm gonna
Listen,
say
all
no,
I
I'm
can
gonna
think
s-
about is roots. We are born with a
That
nervous
looks like a
system.
little tree.
We are born with a nervous system. We're born like a weak twig.
No
No,
one
but
built those
we have
walls
a-
but you.
But everybody should build a wall.
Each person builds their own walls.
Maybe you don't got a wall. You got a yard.
I should have about 1,000. I should have about 1,000 walls, but I don't. I
don't let you in, and I have a boundary. Cross that boundary, yes, it's a
yeah,
wall.
I got
But it's not a
boundaries.
strict wall. It's a if you choose to go past this wall, then that's on you.
But see, one thing about me,
That's me. Like this a line, motherfucker.
Like
Like,
that's
I've
on
never
you.
built
You chose
walls.
to go over that boundary. You chose to disrespect me. No animosity.
Yeah.
Respectfully, get out of my life.
yeah, that's fine. But one thing
That
about me,
could be a wall.
I've never. But see, I've never built a wall. Okay, you can have access to me. I can have access to you. But what I will say
The only time
is
the wall
like,
comes up is when you disrespected me going over that boundary.
I think that
Like,
a wall is built because you don't want to accept. It's only sometimes certain cases that someone can be more to you or less than to you than you can imagine. You know what I mean? You're either building a wall because you know that they're going to be so much to you that it's going to emotionally set you off in a good or a bad way, or you just want to close them off because you know that they're going to fuck you.
well,
But
that's when I would set a boundary.
see, as setting that boundary,
There
doesn't mean no,
I
but it
think
doesn't
boundary
mean
and
a
walls
wall.
are like the same
I
thing.
see. I think a boundary and a wall are different things. I think it's a wall where you're completely
Alright,
closing
so
somebody
you got
off and
somebody
you
that
don't
really
want
has some serious questions.
Okay.
So they said that. So the standard, do you hold them to? I would say yes. But then they said, so that means breaking up a family because there is no in between. It's more like a do it or leave type of thing. Or if you agree to the poly, is it okay for the man to just entertain anyone they please, or should it be a couple?
This makes me sad.
So at the
This
end of
is
the
a
day,
no for me.
I'm gonna give the man's point of view, and then I'm gonna let them get the female's point of view. At the end of the day, it's really just right and wrong. If you are in a situation, kids involved or not, you feel me? If you are not morally into what your partner is asking, then yes, you have the right to stand on business, 10 toes, as they say. And sometimes when you do that, the person does not concede, and then like receive from back what they're trying to do. If they're insistent on that, look at it this way. Let's say you stand on business and yet still stay in the relationship, keep the family together for the name of the family, right? Let's say he goes out and and because you're forced, not being, you're not choosing this, you're being forced just for the sake of keeping your unit together, right? Let's say he goes out, he goes get some swings club or whatever the case may be, and then he brings home a disease to you. Does that so? Because a lot of people are like, well, I'm just being this or being that because I want to keep the family together. But then when he comes home and brings you something that you can't never get rid of, or you gotta take medicine for the rest of life, or something that could potentially take your life, you have literally weakened your position in your family. One, to either remove yourself from the family by death from a sexual transmitted disease from this food that wants to go out there and be willy nilly. Like at the end of the day, like if you're gonna do that position, which women from the dawn of time have done, then he don't get no more pussy from you. Like nigga, you go out there and fuck and go out and fuck, but you won't fuck me no more, and I'm gonna just keep doing what we're doing. Or you can be like, I'm gonna stand on business. If you do that, the family's over, and then what? You just have to start over, and you have to figure out a new path, and you have to do things in a different way for the sake of one, you and your kids. So no, you should not have to be subjected from some whole ass bum ass motherfucker who just want to go out there and fuck everybody because it is what it is. Think about you and not so much what he wants. Because if he's not thinking about you, then why are you thinking about him? That part. I'm sorry.
He was to fuck around without having accountability.
That part. So go look and see episode 12.
If he gets to fuck around,
then you get to go out.
so do I. So
But
do
be
I.
safe.
Why is he safe though?
Y'all
Why
got
is he
some
safe
pretty.
though?
Her.
No, she's not.
Y'all got some pretty mirrors. I just want
I'm a
everybody
chance.
to
I'm
know.
always marrying folks.
The mirror don't work though.
No, it
It don't
doesn't.
work.
No,
Let me,
the
let me
mirror's a
try
liar.
to show this person by doing what they're doing, and then they'll understand. And it don't work out like
That's
that.
not what I'm saying.
'Cause, no, I'm just putting up for the whole world that my penis is different from your vagina. So when I put this glove on my penis, I can slut you out and walk away okay. It's different for women because then when we're inside of women can have a yeast infection and have a whole personality disorder with it. Because what happens
All of
is
us,
the
hold on, let
anatomy.
me stop right up. Baby, all of us have a personality disorder.
Nigga,
We're all,
Yes, all of us
shut
have
up, shut
it,
up,
but
shut up,
through
shut up.
sex-
You ain't a woman, you got a
No,
fucking vagina.
but sex is a
Nah.
little bit different. For
No, it's
women.
not. No, it's not.
We
Baby,
all-
baby.
We all
Do
have
you know,
personality
have you ever had,
disorders.
let me ask you a question. Have you ever had sex with a woman while she's on her period?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
baby.
very like it, too.
You think about that bitch? Yeah, you bonded that bitch for
You
fucking
bonded,
life.
Okay.
You
So-
bonded
You
her
know
for
what?
life. That's called a
You know
blood
what
spell,
happens?
baby.
Well,
You know what happens
That's
when my
what a
sperm
blood
is inside
spell.
a
I
woman?
don't think about it all.
Yeah, go ahead and tell me.
Every now
You
Talking,
know?
you talking to a
But
Twinkie,
do
baby.
you know?
You talking to a
Why that
religious
crazy
Twinkie.
Okay, so what the sperm does, it goes to the frontal lobe and it fights its battle to the end of this day.
My battle
That's where
has
the
fighted
sperm goes.
every sperm
This is
ever.
all alchemy though. But what I'm saying is that nobody decided to say, what was the belief? Did you sit down and study with your significant partner? Did you try to understand what was they bringing to the table? Again, I'm the group guy. So we all understand what the modern society says. They don't want to do this, roll out. How many, hold on. We're first of all also dealing with trauma. How many people are leaving in the same day? None. Let's say a month goes by. How many people are leaving then? None.
Actually, a
So
lot.
you're working. Not a lot because
Yeah.
people are.
No, there's a
actually-
lot now in this day and age. There's a lot even because there's a lot less standards that people are not doing and putting up with.
No,
If you
there's
being
a lot
honest,
of
what you
people
just
who are
what you
trying
just
to.
asked, what they started from the beginning, what they were trying to get at and produce, males,
What?
male heirs to any fucking
Someone
embassy. No, we. Oh my god, why you gotta get it?
Because they
David?
have like
No,
women have
we
that-
talking
that
about
thing.
what they started out bringing in the
Yeah.
beginning. What you said,
About
women, why it all started males. They wanted male inheritance to every fucking name that ever started out. That's why it started out having babies. Okay, women, we don't want babies. We want to have the
No.
damn no. Okay, listen, I'm not glad I would have another kid, but We don't want babies, but that's our job. That's our place. From the beginning, the dawn of time. That's why men want anything to do with us because we can give them heirs to the name to keep the line going on, the bloodline.
Women can make babies without money. It's from spiral cords.
I'm sorry.
But there's signs that we don't need money.
No, well, my point is that, I'm going to base it off of that question. So if you take the idea that a person has this new belief into their life, so then I think she said poly. So if the person says, babe,
Because that's basically what he was trying to do is go out and fuck around.
she said the
Well,
person,
so
she
poly
said the person
is
wasn't
you want
faithful.
you want poly is you want
Another person.
in the relationship. You all three should be in a relationship.
Right. So she said the person wasn't faithful and said,
But then they fucked up. You went ahead and did it anyways.
Right, it's not
Now
right,
you're
though.
covering it up with, oh, well, I just want to be poly. Okay, well, you should have brought it up before you went.
But did she pick the other person or did he pick the other person? See,
I
that's
would-
where
I
it's
would-
it depends
different.
on
Probably
the
not.
couple, though, right?
I
It depends on
would
what
say
they
it would,
agree on.
it would depend on the couple because as we were talking about earlier, I have had a three-way in my life. And when I say that I picked, me picked, he knew her. I did not know her at all, but I picked. I said I wanted a brunette. I picked her out.
Right.
And you didn't call me.
I know I didn't know you then, but at the
But
same
the
time,
main
if it
thing
would have
is,
been the
though-
woman's choice, it may have worked out. But since it wasn't, since it was supposed to be the male's
You didn't
way,
give her a choice.
he didn't give her a choice in it. He chose his pick.
Which is basically he wasn't being poly, he was just cheating.
Yeah.
Basically what she just said. Like, he
I
wasn't
mean,
giving
it
her
is
options.
being poly because he was bringing it,
Maybe in his mind, but in her mind, she's being cheated on.
So this
but
is-
he went about it the wrong way.
What is the calculate? It's based on the authority?
No, it's not based on the authority. It's based on the acceptance of what your partner wants
So
and
let's
what you're
use-
willing to accept from your partner and what they want and what
Let's-
you're willing to tolerate being their partner.
Let's use yesterday's episode, right?
Mhm.
I've learned there's a man with 32 wives. He is Muslim. In his 30th, I think yesterday was the daughter of the 16th wife, she said. But at the end of the day, these big beliefs are not taught in your school. You can go and holler at a Christian, he'll tell you the church line for some weird reason. So these things are not taught to this person who is pretty much fighting their natural self. So I'm going to go and I'm going to say for the cheating man who has an identity crisis, most likely, is trying to learn who he is. And while he's maybe chasing validation, maybe even hurting his partner at home who he gave a word to, has now decided, let me sit down and bring this new standard to my significant other. Hey, I cheated. I got you, baby. Give me 10. I cheated. I'm wrong. Can we discuss what I've been studying on the side here? And then we can go from this and learn how I can be better for you and you can be better for me.
That's basically the scenario, but they go that way.
I don't know.
Alright,
I'm
let
just
me-
saying.
Exactly. So
Let me raise my hand. Let me ask one question.
Yes.
So,
Hold on, can Raven say that one more time, but louder?
Yeah.
That's what? That's what?
That's the best case scenario, but did it go that way?
Because it could have been worse.
It could have been, it's bad already. He cheated.
Right.
And to me, in my opinion, he fucked around, got caught, and now he's making an excuse. Oh, well, I just want to be poly. He wants to fuck around without holding accountability. And without that respectful conversation,
Yeah.
that's what that is. If he would have sat down and be like, you know what, I'm sorry, I
This is
fucked
what
up,
I
I really
want.
did, and actually feel sorry for it,
no.
that's the difference.
No, that's not the difference for me. You know what the fucking difference is for me?
Not
The
cheating.
fact that if you want something, you say it to me, and then I say yes or no, and then that shit fucking happens.
Yes.
Nah, because my man, I knew that he was trying to fuck around with me.
Uh-huh.
So you know what I did? I asked for a fucking brunette for Christmas. That is the best thing that I could have ever done for my life because it has led for my ride or fucking die. But if I would not have asked for that, nah, his ass would have cheated on me and then gave me
Yep.
something at the end of every fucking day. So listen, I would rather be asked before it fucking happens and I say yes or no, and then it be what it is.
And what she said earlier about the standards and them being put out early on, that right there would be revealed at some point. Me personally, I don't need a bunch of bitches. Like, fuck, I need one who
I can barely
actually.
handle one.
I mean, I
I can barely handle myself.
the other day, yeah, like I had no rotation. Morning, noon, afternoon, like whatever. But at the end of the day, I just need one who actually sees me and actually makes me feel valid and like all the shit that I do and bring to the table that I'm appreciated. Period. At the end of the day, also though, I'm the type of person don't take my fucking choice. If you want to be casual, let's be casual,
You took
bitch.
the choice away from me.
I can fucking be casual. You want to be casual? Yeah. Like at the end of the day, I will go out this bitch and move like the boss, like Pimp Gucci, whatever the fuck you want. But don't be like playing me, gaslighting, manipulating, and then making it seem like, oh, you're the best of everything, and then you're running out of hotels doing dumb shit and here and there in park lots or whatever the fuck it may be. You feel me? Don't rob me of my choice of acceptance because contrary to what you may think, I don't exactly accept a lot of shit. But I want to take you robbing me of my choice and demeaning my character as being an understanding gentleman. You feel me? And that's what cheating does. It literally robs the person who would may otherwise be like, well, shit, you got that.
Yeah, we're
But
not. Yeah,
I
let's
would-
have another person.
Because if this dude is cheating, best believe, if this girl is bad, she can literally snap her fucking fingers and have them lined up around the
You took the
motherfucking interstate.
choice away from me.
You
And
feel
now
me?
I'm resentful and I'm pissed off. So
And
now
that-
I don't have an option
and
to be nice and say yes.
And that's what happened
They
to me.
don't play fair when they
That's
get
why-
resentful like that.
That's why I chose who I chose because
But you chose. You had a choice.
no, he said you choose, and
But you had a
I'm gonna
choice.
choose the better fucking person for me,
You had a choice.
not because
And
you-
went ahead with
he
it.
originally wanted the fucking three-way. I
But
didn't,
see,
but
you
I
had the conversation.
said-
You had
I-
that choice
I said
conversation.
let's do it. I said let me give me a brunette. Give all
But
I
see,
want is
this is the
brunette.
difference. You had that conversation. You had a choice still.
But I made him have that conversation, and at
But
the
she
time,
didn't. He cheated. So that he took
I-
away, he took away that choice.
he
Yeah,
didn't.
pissed.
The only reason
Yeah.
she did it was because of me. The only reason
Yeah.
she did it was because of me. So he
So you saying if he didn't bring it to you, he would have done it?
yeah, he would have done it regardless. You know what I mean? So the
Is
fact
there a
that it's
man
like,
who wouldn't?
Hmm?
Is there a man who wouldn't?
I'm sure
oh yeah,
Except for Bob.
I-
yeah. I know a man
I
who
would.
would
Yes, you
not
did.
even do it
The
through me.
one I was with,
But that wasn't cheating.
Yes,
You dated this person?
yes.
You're not dating him now?
No.
Okay.
the person,
Raven, you? I'm sorry. Raven, you? You know a man who doesn't cheat? Who doesn't lust over women?
lesson ain't cheating.
I mean, it's the same thing.
Sure.
If I'm breaking my neck, if I look over,
First
it's
of all, acknowledging attraction
So
is not
for
cheating.
me
Depends
personally,
on the extent.
it's kind of controversial, but being a dancer, my partner, I do not want them to watch porn if they're in a relationship with me. Now, if they bring it up and they have a conversation that, hey, can we sit down together and watch it? I'm more than likely gonna say yes, but if you're hiding it from me and doing it behind my back, that's just a boundary that I have. You know, you can disagree with it, but that's where my stand is. We're gonna be in a relationship. Either we watch it together or we don't watch it at all because it does nothing for me.
I agree, but let me, because I mentioned it earlier, I watch it by force, not by choice. If I'm with somebody and we got a healthy sexual relationship, I don't need porn. I got you, bitch. But at the end of the day, if I don't have that,
If you have to work
I would rather go
something is
and-
wrong.
and
You have
watch.
something you
Hold
talk
on.
to me like, hey, our sex life is going down. I feel the need to watch porn. You
I
want to watch
need
it?
y'all to know the man's penis does not work in the way that y'all might.
First of all, before you speak on penises, because there's two in the room.
If I had sex with you for a
If
year,
I bring this to him in the
Yeah.
beginning of the relationship, like I said, and he agrees to this,
It's,
then he
it's,
agrees to it.
it's hands down. It's hands down for me. At the end of the day,
And I'll move on.
at the end of the day, I would rather. But I'm gonna say this.
This is what
in
I'm
my
saying,
defense.
y'all. Go ahead, Bob.
Let me say this. I would rather watch porn because one, has no fluids, no germs, no nothing. I ain't catching shit. They're going out and just fucking on bitches. So,
Tell me about it. That's what I'm saying.
so
Let
but if I'm with somebody that
me
doesn't have,
interject.
When you
Let me
hide
interject.
it from me, that is when I get pissed off. Don't hide it.
Yeah.
That is the only thing that
because
if
you
you
want
want
to
to,
be
if you
able to
really,
make a
really, really,
choice.
really
I
want to
agree
watch
with
it,
that.
talk to me. Tell me,
I mean,
hey,
if that's your niche, then
yeah,
yeah.
like
I agree
don't
with that.
hide it from me. I hate that. That's lust. That's hiding it from your partner, and I consider that cheating.
Yeah, that part is. And that is.
I do agree with that, but let me say, as a girl, if I'm not feeling it, by all means, motherfucker, if you do not go beat your meat instead of keeping
But
on
I know about
fucking
that
with me,
point.
keep fucking
But
with
I
me.
know about that.
Exactly.
Y'all don't
You
know
don't
it.
give them
You're
that
not
head.
hiding me at that point.
Yeah,
But
you're not
You don't
hiding
know
at
what
that
it
point.
does.
If
If
you
I go
don't-
eat my dick, you know what happens? 2 times
Just tell
more.
me.
Okay, that's
Just
all.
why
Well,
is
you
that,
can-
bro?
well, you can
They
say
don't
that.
understand. You gotta,
Because
I'm not pointing my
It's
finger at her.
worse.
No, okay,
When I
it's
be,
cool.
say for instance, I'm like, he's like, fuck.
Yeah,
I'm gonna beat
okay.
my dick, right?
Yeah.
The next day, I'm twice as more.
Okay,
But
but you're
no, the
but-
same day.
But you're but
Same day.
but you're
Give me an
I
hour.
don't
I'm
care
gonna
about that. I don't mind.
Yeah.
Just tell me about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So,
Tell
no,
you
I
about
Yeah.
respect that.
Okay,
That's
but there are
But-
men.
That's
We're
fine.
saying that
Now-
we've dealt with men who don't tell us about that. I'd rather you.
But have you ever heard that?
Because first of all, hold on. You know why? You know why? It's a shameful life.
that once?
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It
Bullshit.
should not. No, because
You don't have to
if
say
I-
like I
okay, I don't have a wiener, but I know how they work. But at the same time, if you're willing to like, if I'm not willing to go get, if you're willing to go get yourself off, like, by all means, just let me know that you're gonna go get yourself off.
To
You know
eat
what
my
I mean?
pussy and be that personal with me, you should be willing to just let me know if you want to watch porn.
Yeah, like,
All right, so I'm off for porn. What she
and
said
you
was,
better be
if you're
watching.
willing.
No,
Uh-huh.
you better
It
be
is
watching
a
porn the
force.
way your bitch looks. Let me just say that out right now. You better be watching porn the way your bitch
Very
looks.
No,
unrealistic.
no,
No,
hold on,
it's
hold on.
not.
We about to
I'm
get
blind.
real.
You can find a
I've been-
blonde. You
I've
can
been-
find a
You're like, what's
blonde.
taking you so long?
Look,
I can't
You
find
can
nobody
find
like
a
my girl.
brunette. You can find a brunette. You can find a blonde. You
I
can
found a
find a
girl
redhead.
that-
Yes, you
And
can.
you can-
Skinny, tall brunette.
you can
Skinny,
put it
tall
in.
brunette, fat tits. You
Look,
got it.
At the end of the day,
That's all we said. That's all we
I
said.
agree with you 100%. It's definitely
All
cheap.
we said,
But what
right?
I'm saying is, we're not going to minimize. Oh, if you're willing, it's not willing. If you're with someone and you are forced to go have to beat your dick to kill the
But
fucking
there's a bigger
tension
problem here.
in your fucking body. So, no, I'm sorry.
Listen,
So,
that's
hold on.
something.
Pause, motherfucker. My name is not yours. So look, hold on. What I'm saying, and that is not fair for you to pull out my record, bitch. Anyway, anyway, what I'm saying is, this is what I'm getting at. All right, so if you truly have a headache, if you truly can't, if you truly are not able, that is should be respected. But if a woman is using her box as a weapon, and you push this man in the fucking corner to have to go fucking relieve his own self, that is not fair. Y'all follow me? You feel what I'm saying? So, but again, what you're saying lets you know. But if you have been pushing him and backing his back against the corner, he's not gonna let you know. Because now when
Can I
he's
ask you a
forced,
question? Can I ask
when
you why?
I'm done, when he's pushing that corner and he's literally like, fuck, I don't have no choice. And he ain't nothing like me. Like, I'm not about to go out there and just go.
Why?
First of all,
You
not
always
that's
have
a
a
fit.
choice.
It's not as easy for a
Why?
man to
It's
literally
why.
ignore.
Arguing with a woman is
Disregard.
like trying to stop the
Why?
I need y'all to let me.
It ain't
I'm
gonna
gonna
work.
hit her on this one because you basically said he has a choice. No, you don't, because it's not the same for a man to just disregard his physical anxietal feelings as it is for a woman.
I'm saying he has a choice to say, hey, I need to fucking get off.
That
I need to watch
you need him to
that.
be bold enough to say, like, look, fuck man, I'm about to go beat my
Yes.
ass. Like, what?
Okay, so why
Yes,
is he?
that's
We're
what
not.
I'm saying. Let me
We're
know.
not
But
When I'm
willing
not
to
in
do it.
the mood and you come to me and say, I need to do this.
So
Okay,
why
maybe
can't you guys say that to us?
Say
Why?
none of your business, or you can be like, I'm
Yeah.
not being
No, do it. No,
Yes.
we are all for it.
Just
Fucking
let
do
me
it.
know.
But that's
Just let
but
me
if you
know.
have that openness,
But that's what I
yes,
mean. You have the
hopefully.
choice to come to your woman.
Yeah,
Even if
no,
she's back to you in
literally,
your corner and
If
be like,
you
hey,
think that we're
I
gonna be
need
mad, we're not.
this.
So what if he's come? I'm only
Okay, no,
speaking.
go
I'm
ahead.
only asking a question from personal
Go
experience.
ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Near, old, whatever. And he comes like, man, like I'm really like fucked up, like
I don't
And
need to
then-
bite the bullet. Let him fuck me.
communication.
very
Like, fuck, did you
unrealistic.
get? Did you get
That's
the point?
very
Communicate with your girl.
If you have the
She may
balls
not-
to come up to me and say, I need to get my fucking dick off, and I'm still pissed at you, you know what? I don't even gotta look at you. I'll face down, ass up, get it over with.
Yeah,
Yeah,
get
that's
over
love.
it. And
That's
if
love.
one's
And
not
hey,
gonna do it for you, but what
Just know
I
that you
want
are rare.
is
You gotta
somebody
just
to
talk.
So
gonna,
rare.
Just
like,
talk to me.
tell me that you're
That
gonna
part.
go beat your
That
meat
part.
and that you need to
And
beat
if
your
I'm
meat.
not in the mood,
Do it, please,
No.
please.
I'll even send you videos.
No, literally, I
I
And
got
that's what
that.
I've
that's
even
what I
made
said.
video. I've even made
No,
That's
videos
not
with my
realistic
friends.
at
That's
all.
what I said.
Y'all
People
have
want it
taken this
together.
to an unrealistic place.
No, that's
Why-
realistic, but it's
Why are you
realistic.
sending
But
me to
there,
go beat my meat?
No, she didn't say that.
Because
That's
because
hold on,
physically
before
they
y'all
can't.
jump on him. That's not what they said. They said if you can literally relate and have the emotional intelligence that man should have and say like I'm fucked up, I got blue balls, like what's going on? I got you, boo. Fuck what's going on. I'm gonna make sure you straight. Why? Because they don't need you to go nowhere else.
No,
That's
she
exactly
didn't
what they
say,
just
if
said.
you gonna go beat your dick, let me know.
And she
Yeah.
said, what after that? I'm gonna face my
Yeah, but if
ass
I
up.
ain't feeling it,
Yeah, but if you can't
That's
beat
the other
you can't
argument.
beat your
So
reason
then-
why.
And this is where I jump sides.
y'all
No, hold on.
got me crazy.
Nah,
It's
this-
unrealistic.
It's-
Because
no,
if
that's
she
not.
goes and says, if I know that you don't feel like doing it, you know what that does to me? It fucks with my personality.
Yeah,
It fucks with my decision.
Okay,
but
and
That's realistic.
but-
What we talk about is crazy. Because
No,
if I come in the room, what I'm saying though, if I
that's
come in
not,
the
they're
room,
saying
if I
saying
come in the room,
communication
if
is
it's a
what they're saying.
discussion, that's crazy.
They're saying communication, and that's not crazy.
That's
Everybody
crazy
should
in
have
the first
that.
place. I supposed to come in the room, smack that ass, and I'm in there.
well,
Not,
see,
how
listen,
you
I,
feeling.
But
I'm
she's
just
hold on.
but it's
You are
not
not
that
on the
way.
level. You're not on the same track. Perfect circumstance, yes. Normal circumstance, yes. But if y'all beefing, you're not gonna just come here and smack that ass and you probably get punched in
Why
the face.
wouldn't I? If we was beefing, then we gonna fuck it out and get over it.
Okay, so
Not
everybody.
Sunday
Not
evening,
everybody.
So this is
baby,
where, yeah.
Sunday evening, my
Uh-huh.
baby daddy came up to me in the mall, smacked me, grabbed my knee, full force, grabbed my ass, and then came around, almost kissed me on my lips. Okay, I didn't knee jerk react. I didn't be mean, no dog shit. That's my baby dad. Love him forever. We have never, ever since the day that my son was conceived, ever done a goddamn thing. Nothing. Okay? I tell him to this very fucking day, every time he gets a hot on for me, go beat your meat. and it's a respect thing. So if you respect that person, you're willing to talk to each other, then you can have that. But I will say, not for my baby dad, but like for another, yeah. But no, not a hubby. Never not a hubby. I ain't never had a hubby. But you'll be respectful as long as they're respectful. But at the same time, like you don't lay down for nobody. And if she's willing to tell you that she can't lay down with you and she's willing for you to watch whatever, and even if she is willing to lay down with it and take it, that's all that matters. You know what I mean? Whether she's willing to say, hey, you can go watch this, whether she's willing to take it or not, you gotta take the L. You know what I mean? It's an L either which way you take it. You're getting a grace period, you know what I mean? You're still gonna get your rocks off either fucking way, whether it's through your hand or through her. What? Okay. Whether it doesn't count or not. Okay. So
Because at this point, it's a. Let me see if she feels okay.
but why?
See, that's why you two
But why is
end
it a buy though?
up-
But why is it a buy though? So like me and my baby daddy, why is it a buy though? Me and him respect each
Baby,
other.
that is different.
No, how is it different?
Because based on what you just said, you
You
don't
guys
like that.
communicate and you talk about it.
We didn't though. We did not.
But you worked
That man took my son from me for almost an entire
I
fucking
thought you said
year.
after you was born, you never touched him again, right?
Yeah, no, never.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. He's different. I'm talking about
He's
someone that
not
you.
different because he wants to be with me every day. He grabs my ass. He grabs me. He wants
Yeah,
to
but
be
I'm
with me.
talking-
He calls me big. He
So-
wants to be
Alright,
with me.
so
It does matter.
for my
But in a
sanity,
relationship,
that part,
in a relationship, a man should be asking for money. In a relationship, not like we're had a
Even
kid together.
if we're in a relationship, you should still respect my boundaries and ask if I'm okay with it. Yes, that is the exact answer that you're looking
Yeah,
for. So yes, you should
I
ask for
mean,
my
I would
buns.
agree with that.
You
just
should
expect,
ask if
like,
my
your
buns
woman
are
to
okay
tell
to be
me
touched. That's the end of it every day.
That's
Because I'm
kinda like
frying
50,
yours, so
60
ask if
of our
mine are
parents.
okay to be touched.
Like,
They're
it's-
toasted,
yeah,
not fried.
because yeah, I don't even.
My buns are toasted, not fried. You
don't agree with
want
that?
them
That you
fried,
should-
all you
Yeah,
gotta do
you
is
should snap a
ask.
finger and tell it to bend over.
No, you
Like,
shouldn't
I
snap
don't
a
believe
finger.
in that. That's barbaric.
They got a headache. I'm gonna get her emotion. I'm gonna prepare. the
Okay,
moment.
but
And
even
then,
if
but
he
you
gets
still have to
paid,
wait for the headache.
listen, even if man gets paid headache, he's still gonna ask for it right after 20 minutes after he
But
gets
you-
paid headache.
But
though.
you still have to wait for
Yeah,
the
no, I'm
headache
not
to
worried.
subside for her to feel better.
If it comes down to I gotta keep asking you for something, and then like and I'm probably putting a bonus on this, but like then it's
What's
always
your
me.
bonus though? Let me ask what your
But
bonus
it's
is.
always,
Because I be
is
asking
it
for
you
shit
keep
too.
asking it the same night, or are you gonna let
Is it
her
always me?
literally
Am
have her?
I always coming to you?
Yeah, but do you want to know why you're always coming to me?
Why?
Because since
Y'all don't
they
believe
are
in
shut
actually
up.
letting the man feel
Derek,
like
I love you.
feel good and like hey like
No.
seduce him like no,
Since
That's
day one,
crazy
you want to
work.
know why you coming to me?
Go ahead.
Since day motherfucking one.
Uh-huh.
Day one. I've been blessing you, always be blessing you. I gave you a lady of motherfucking life. Since day one, if you want something from me, if you want that littlest, that
ain't nothing
that
little about what you about to say next.
intimacy is big. But do you know what becomes before intimacy?
Affection.
It ain't affection.
I love affection over sex, and they're not the same thing.
Respect lies on everything that everyone does in life.
But we're talking about in a healthy relationship, and y'all love each other.
But what's a healthy
Respect is not
relationship without respect?
like
What's
respect.
what's a healthy relationship?
Let's say
It's
it's
a
a relationship
It
in
ain't a
general.
relationship.
My thing is, this is where women are losing. I'm gonna tell you.
So why are we losing?
Women are losing because if they expect the man to be the only one to initiate anything, that's bonkers.
No, it is
You want me
bonkers
to
because it
protect
is
your
But
bonkers.
life?
it's not everybody.
Well,
Like
I'm not saying
I've had women
everybody.
that
I'm just
I
saying
ain't have to ask
specific.
shit. They literally.
Like I'm not saying this is what y'all do.
Yeah.
I'm just saying because we're talking.
And
But
everybody's the same.
It's not our job to initiate, but it's
Hmm?
only thing that you guys try to initiate anytime, anyway, is sexual, and that at the end of the day, that's what pisses off.
Repeat.
You guys try to initiate right after you do a good fucking deed. I did that. No, I'm not. Listen to me. I did the trash.
I've never
I
been
did
that
the dishes. I took care of you, so I deserve this. I'll be good guy. I'll be
That's
good guy.
transactional.
No,
That is transactional.
and that's what relationships are these days. To men,
She had me see
if
a
I
point
do this
of-
for you, then I deserve this from you. Baby, you don't deserve a good goddamn thing from me. I promise you, my snacks is the last thing that you're gonna get from me. I'll cook you dinner. I'll pack you fucking lunch. I'll wash your fucking laundry. I'll pack your kids' lunch. And I'll
And
take.
that is rare.
Not,
because
yeah,
a lot of
he could, but he don't, and he can't.
I'm saying that, but
That is very.
what can you give a man that he can't do for himself?
Oh, baby, almost everything. Almost everything.
What?
And I can promise you because I do it every single fucking
What
day.
is it?
Oh, I do.
He can
Laundry?
cook. He can do his own laundry.
No, he
He
can.
get paid.
But
every
Oh,
night.
he can cook. So he can cook and he can do his own laundry. So why the fuck
Hold
can't
up. It's
Not
it's
so
not
why-
about- it's not- look,
Yeah, so
it's
why
not
don't
a-
you
Say it again,
carry
Brandon,
stuff?
please.
It's not a lot of us.
Please, Brandon, say it
That
again.
nigga don't do laundry.
He
Some
can't do
do
what?
You
barely.
don't even have the possibility of coming in and smacking ass and putting it
Some,
That's the only
some,
thing he can't do for
look,
a woman.
hold on. Some dudes
Other than
barely
that,
even
in.
bathe.
Love,
So this is the
children.
this is what I'm trying to bring out of y'all. That's why I'm trying to go deeper. You really got to understand where not to be a belittling situation. Because if my boss screams at me, I'm gonna look at him. I'm gonna do the job. I'm gonna lower your voice. But what I'm saying is that you really got to check yourself and see what does this big ugly soft mug bring to the table. He scares people off. He goes and works.
Scare people off.
Don't tell me. He scares people off. He works the hard. He might work the hard jobs like the oil rigs, getting under. Not saying women don't, but more men are doing those hard, strenuous
What does that do
jobs.
for me?
What does that do for you? It
One
protects your life.
One thing I'll
And
say
it's
about
be
You can do
honest.
that, and I don't even have to know who you are. You still do that.
Hey, one thing I will say about what he
That's
said
men.
is
Because that's men.
I feel
All right, so
protected in the person that I had send me my life because he does carry a gun. He does come
He cares for you, too.
every time I call him, he does
I
come.
don't.
So look, at the end of the day, because we're going into an archaic temperament.
I'm
Fuck all
talking
that.
about girlfriend Lily. I got
Today-
scary dog privileges.
Today, and you got me. At the end of the day, that's what I do. So look,
Yeah, but Lily,
at
I
the,
got scary dog privileges.
at the end of the
She
day,
dog mommy right there.
and this is again, this is not law or factual. This is I believe. This is what I think. I think that a woman should make a man feel wanted, valued in the bedroom, outside the bedroom, as well as a man should make her feel that way. If a man
But how's he
is
supposed to do that if he's watching porn?
we're not on porn no more.
You told him
We're on a whole different subject right now. We're on about
That's it.
the intimacy. Okay, so the man doesn't watch porn because y'all have a relationship and y'all fucking. No porn's in the picture. But in the day, in the end of the day, in the bedroom, a man should not. I don't feel like a man should be the only one that starts or initiates.
Oh hell no!
He should.
Because when I'm horny, I'm gonna ask.
Yeah,
That was the but that was
I'm
but that
wrong.
was
Look at what I said. I
but
said
that was the
trash.
understanding of the last 15 minutes.
That's what I said.
No,
No, look. But hold on, look. That was the understanding of the last 15 minutes. That man, the woman just sit back and wait for the man. But you just literally just skipped all that. Okay, so at the end of the day, then I don't need to keep going and not necessarily that way. But yeah, you females out there that's literally like you just gonna lay there and gonna if you want to go. No, fuck
That's
that.
all I was
Let
saying.
that motherfucker feel good.
That's why he
He's
shuts
literally
me up.
went out there. He's made sure that the car is running, make sure everything's good. He's come home and worked in the house, did dishes after working outside the house, he's paid bills, or doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or y'all can be making the same thing. It don't really give a fuck. Don't make that man just be a fucking AI robot that literally you just program. All right, boom, 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 boom. You send orders. Because men have a right to have emotion. They have a right to feel. And if you hold on. Let me get my point out. And as if you can't make that man feel feelings, then he's just really just some bronze and never brains. Like sometimes you got you women kind of be loving beyond just being there and looking pretty. You feel me? And just men, y'all can't just be on some old barking orders like some fucking goddamn Napoleon or some weird ass fucking president in a dictatorship. Sometimes you have to be soft too. At the end of the day, it goes both ways. Not everybody is. I'm telling you again. My situations is I'm just a fucking ATM or I'm an access point or I'm just some rich motherfucker. I ain't rich. I just look rich, bitch. I just make shit happen.
I ain't rich. But I got y'all so fed up a minute ago that y'all agreed to exactly what I said, but out of his mouth. Which was
Because I do not care about being brash. I love to literally just
I don't know. I'm still learning that word. I'm sorry. Let me pause. If I am saying it like that, I am sorry.
If you already said you're gonna be a devil's
I just want y'all to get, I just want y'all to get it because
But don't get upset when we try to correct it.
I'm gonna go tell my mom on y'all.
Oh my god.
But that's what I'm saying. If I don't think that a man should be
Yes, there
like,
are some girls that are like, do this, and then no, I'm not gonna give it to you. No, you take my phone. There are some
they
girls like
use
that.
it as a ransom.
power of a woman's voice.
Yeah.
The power of a woman's voice is the first thing everybody on this planet hears inside their mama's womb. They hear their mama, and that soft, elegant voice, it gives a backbone. It gives life. Oh my
I'm
God.
gonna walk away on this one.
Hey, girl, don't you walk away, girl. Boy. What a grapple look at. All right, I'm gonna say
I
this.
am one of those.
What it was.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
But
you
you know
did
what?
say that
But
because
it's okay though.
I work motherfucking hard, so I ain't doing
Yeah.
motherfucking shit.
Hey, stop going.
I'm not gonna lie, I am that bitch. I am that bitch. I don't give you shit. I ain't give you shit. Do what I.
Hey, no. Stop going at the Cabana boys.
That's one of my love
And
languages.
you was meant to be that bitch.
No,
That's one of my
I.
love languages. Is certain things for me. I'm gonna be more willing to do like,
But you have
Everything is fine. Only
And-
one
and
thing
I
is
love
when
that.
I need your love.
we got this vibe and we got the interaction with
See, but
people.
like I can.
I'm gonna say this.
Or-
Hey, look. I'm gonna say this.
You will be
To
traumatized.
what you just said. At the end of the day, you asked a question 10 minutes ago, or give or take, or what are you doing for him? I'm going to tell the ladies, whether they agree or not, there's some out there that may have witnessed or contest to this. What a woman truly does to a man, it ain't your looks. It definitely helps because I don't want to look over like that. Not thinking. You feel me? Your looks, yes, they help. I don't want nothing average. I want a bad bitch. Period.
True.
At the end of the day, it ain't your pussy. It ain't. That is literally just the icing on the cake. At the end of the day, if the cake ain't caking, then the icing just is. Yeah, it is what it is. Listen, what I'm saying. What a woman, a good one, a bad bitch, one that you're synced with, really does to a man. This is what she does to a man. She puts him in front of Mount Everest with no clothes on, no tools, and has him climbing. She motivates and inspires him to do things that he would not normally do for anybody else. When you can do that, that is you being the true queen. That the neck turns that fucking head. And until you can make that nigga climb Mount Everest butt naked with no tools, you ain't a woman.
Preach.
You see what I'm saying? It's getting in here. My dick is going nut regardless. Whether I do it or whether she does it, it's going nut. And
That's
so
like
if somebody
holiday
ain't had
dancing.
sex in 3 months, fuck y'all for fucking tonight after the show. But somebody about to put the comment.
That's like if
I'll play it. But at the end of the day, here, and it's rare that I can get to that point where you got me clicking on all cylinders like a fucking Lamborghini, fucking goddamn Countach. When you get me at that point, then that's a bad bitch. I'm going to do everything to hold on to that. And you ain't going to have to ask me for shit. First of all, I'm a cancer. I anticipate, and you'll never have to ask me. I'm going to be like on point with every fucking thing. But when you get me to the point where I'm standing in front of Mount Everest in the freezing cold and goddamn climbing that bitch, not just trying to climb it, I'm going to climb Mount Everest butt naked with no tools, then you've done something. Did You trying to escape the window?
I do like to jump through heights. I'm not.
I mean, it's a
gonna
roof
lie.
right there. You can walk out on
I
the
love
roof and then jump
heights.
down on your car.
No, I love
I'm
that.
not afraid of heights. I'm afraid
Sativa,
of what if I fall
Sativa,
off the
this
edge?
is a shout out to you.
Yeah,
I'm
never
not
had
gonna
it.
jump out the window, but I love
I
heights.
love you, Sativa.
Love you,
Is she
Sativa.
in here?
No, I
Where you
told
at?
to watch. But I do love heights. I've almost jumped out of every place she's
I guess you
been in.
do because everything about you is nice. Sorry. That's
Yeah, I'm
I
scared
didn't
of
mean-
heights because. And I mean that in the most loving way possible.
It's very loving way.
Yeah, because most old people are scared of small things.
Private, but
Because falling from how tall you are is not scary. Falling from how
no,
tall I am,
I'd probably be okay. You definitely gonna die. You're gonna die. You're gonna die. I might survive. No, I might survive. No, listen.
If
I'm
I'm
gonna lay down my leg.
I'm
We
not
literally-
that.
I'm
we
gonna lay
literally
down my
broke the
house
record
legs.
with the time that we've done this. But with the heat that came with it, I told you that the heat is real. But the closing question at the end of the day, are we raising our standards or avoiding becoming better? Like, are we raising standards because we want what we're not going to provide, which is basically what that means, or are we raising our standards based on self-reflection, refining process? Because you know, when you refine steel, metal, when you put it in that fire and you pull it out, all the imperfections and impurities literally get knocked off
So what's
as
the
you
question?
sharpen and change. Are we raising our standards, or are we expecting more than we are actually doing and building within ourselves?
For me personally, it's because I was forced to grow. And in turn,
I seen your girl, because next
and in turn, I set standards because I'm at a higher level than some people. I'm not trying to boast myself or anything. It's just I've been through shit, so I expect certain things. And some people can't meet those standards, and that's fine. I don't fault them. But other people, might set standards because, they haven't gone through shit. It's just morals. It's how they were raised. So it's different for everyone. So there is no really definite answer. It's just
I will say standards come and go as people come and go, but standards aren't meant to be like placed on one person if you're not willing to do the same as you're placing.
yes.
You know
You
what I
are
mean?
able to do
And
those
I
things.
say that as someone who is like going through like a very situation like this, like I place very, very difficult standards on somebody, but I place them because like my son needs the best possible outcome, and his father
Yeah.
gives me the best possible outcome every
Good.
single
You have a
fucking
reason to have
day.
those standards. Right.
Right. And you're
Yeah.
doing it for something to do with yourself.
My son's everything is everything, and the fact that his father believes in me makes me believe in me and makes me hold those standards.
If not for you, then
He believes
for
in
your
you
children.
because you just didn't lay down and take it.
even if it's not for you,
And-
set up for
and
your children.
they're-
You
not
just
right.
didn't lay down and take it. You fought for that little boy.
I never
He
lay
didn't
down
know who the
You
fuck
are
he
a
was
good
doing.
mom.
and
She's one of
one
the best moms
second that I'm
ever.
gonna take, I am not the only one who laid down and take it. My family took care of Derek. It's the first and foremost reason that I have my son. So like every standard that I take, I've taken from Derek and what he's laid in front of me and what I know I can handle and what I can do for my son. every single fucking day. Like, my
That's good. I'm
son's,
proud of you.
I'm proud of where I've been, and I'm proud of who my son's gonna be, and I'm proud of the family that I've gained. Like, it's the best family that I could have ever had.
Some people call it stoicism, being the statue and the chisel, working on itself.
Never ending battle.
But
Never ending
what
battle.
I've been saying the last 2 weeks to my baby dad, my frontal lobe has developed. Oh my god, like a
What's in
motherfucker.
there?
No, it's literally the most disgusting thing because I saw a teenager had a pair of pants, pair of boxer underwear, and then a white thong over them sticking out. My literal frontal lobe was screaming. Yeah, exactly. My frontal lobe was screaming.
I can't picture this. What was it?
So, black pair of pants, low rise.
Low rise.
Imagine a
They're
dark
boxers.
pair of boxer underwear, and then a bright white thong over the top of them sticking out
Over the pants too? Or
No.
the boxers?
over the boxers under the pants. My frontal lobe has developed so much. Like, I respect my baby dad for doing what he did. I respect where I came from. I wouldn't be here without the family that I created. Like, you have to have respect for everyone that you encounter in life, and if you don't, no one or you will grow.
Yeah, something I wanted to mention earlier is the grass green on the other side. Sometimes it looks that way till you go over there, you know. And there's a great relationship for those who are in the bad relationships or whatever. You can find something new and spectacular.
But if you're in a bad relationship,
Work on yourself.
stop looking at the bad. Look at what good can be. Look at what good can be created.
That's how you
What
grow.
that is.
Yeah, that's how you grow.
It does depend on what the bad is, but at the end of every
Everybody.
single day.
If you don't learn from it, then
And I'm somebody who has
Wrong tremendously.
learned from it. I lost my son for about 9 months of his life, from his walking stage to his very first talking stage. Like, you can grow and you can be better. Like, no matter what you've missed, you have a choice and you can do better. You just have to accept the people who truly know that you can do better and are going to bring you to better.
and sometimes. So I just want to say one thing before I leave. I have a saying that I have lived by for the past year that has got me through so much, and it is: you have to feel uncomfortable to appreciate feeling what comfort feels like. Because if you don't feel uncomfortable, you can't appreciate comfort. If you're comfortable all the time, then you take it for granted. And that kind of like
Underlay.
like what I did in the shower, I'll turn it cold, and I'll be cold as shit. And when I turn it back warm, that warmth feels really fucking good, don't it?
I
And that's pretty fucking bold. I know cold water feels like I ain't never
took
put
a lot
cold
for
in there.
granted.
If that goes with anything in your life, anything in your life,
But you know, and it's funny, and I think I'm gonna maybe create show for this. It is for years, the last 6 years, especially, the fight to try to be the best, the most perfect example that a woman has ever seen. It usually turns into me just like I'm holding the torch for the male rights to say that they're not, everybody's not perfect, everybody's not abusive, everybody's not an asshole or a dick. I'm really gonna be genuine, I'm gonna be authentic, I'm gonna be super nice, civil, kind, and all that. And how you treat me is literally a reflection of what you've been through and who you are. And I've never changed, no matter who the fuck it is. You feel me? But
And stop
also,
letting them beat on you. Call me.
sure, anybody beat on me.
call it teddy bear.
Anyway,
She
And-
beat your ass.
at the end of the day, I know who I am, and I know what I want from someone, and I will not become what usually gets most of the play. The asshole, the dick, the weird ass, obnoxious motherfucker, like, or the one that I don't pay for shit. You know, like I have receipts in my motherfucking phone saying like I don't pay to play. Feel me? Like I do not do that. However, I just don't understand like why people can't be more upfront, more like motherfuckers say, "Oh, I'm blunt," but you ain't blunt to say like, "I'm just gonna use you because you're an access point and you're literally a genuine giving person, and I'm just gonna keep taking from you." Be blunt about that, bitch, so I can walk the fuck away from your crooked ass. Like, I don't understand why you're blunt about one thing and not blunt about another thing. Be real. If you out here, you know what I'm saying. Your Instagram, you got all these thousands of followers. So do I. It's like I'm a bad bitch. You know who she said? Own house, own car. You ain't don't sit down. You ain't don't sit. I got people that like what she just said. Like I don't bring that up. She does. And then she do. She puts me in my feelings.
I'm sorry.
Bro, why you gotta make me emotional now?
And then I can literally, like she said, wrote a small. I can write a small book of homes I've saved, of cars I've saved, of motherfuckers who have their children. You feel me? And then I don't go around bragging about that. That's just who I am. But to find someone that literally sees value in that, and that people like, I want this nigga. I want to be his queen. I want to be crickets, fucking crickets. But it's okay because I, within myself, have established that I'm just here to serve.
You are not here to fucking serve.
Prove it. Anyway, I'm here to serve, and I'm doing a magnificent job, and no strings attached. You said you let off with we've never been in a relationship. Never. We've never had any type of physicality. This is my best fucking friend, and I wasn't gonna let some. She talked about it good, so I'm not gonna talk about that. But I'm not gonna let somebody literally do my friend like that. Period. That part. You feel me? And at the end of the day, it is what it is. If you have me as a friend, then you know. And if you don't have me as a friend now, then you know you fucked up. I ain't fucked up. You feel me? But learn to be authentic. Learn to be yourself. Stop trying to be more than what you are. Because when the person that comes along who's real sees your fake ass for what you truly are, you're not gonna have them either. Be real. Tell people who the fuck you are, so you can give them the choice to accept or reject, and maybe you motherfuckers can build together like a fucking team and get you out of your bullshit. And if you real, stop going for bullshit ass people. That's what I'm trying to do. Hit me again, because apparently I need it. Next. And then we're going to close out this. This is the longest show in history of Bad Blue Speak. But at the end of the day, this shit was, I think it was needed. I think it is what it is. And this is some real shit.
Happy to be a part of it. I hope everyone felt that they were included. And if you want to, make
Wow,
sure
we
that they
have
definitely get you
literally
next time.
tons of comments. I love it. Come on, Trap. I know you got something over there.
No point.
No point? Why?
No point.
Why is no
It's
point?
unrealistic bullshit.
What's not realistic?
What's
What?
unrealistic
Oh,
bullshit?
that's brand. That's brand. It's unrealistic stuff.
I'm real.
I'm going to pull up on this person and say, you know, this is who I am. Let me get your number.
No, motherfucker. I got more.
I'm spitting all the game in the
Okay,
I don't
but
run game. Did I just not?
I don't run game.
Case in point. Case in
Say
point.
it.
You just said I'm gonna spit all game work. I don't run game. I
You
don't
don't,
run
I
game.
am.
Okay, but even
Yeah,
if
you
you
gotta
switch your game, even if they say no, why the fuck?
Correct.
But there's so much.
So-
Why does that put you down?
so
That
look,
should put
let me
you
ask you
up.
this.
They were still respectful.
You are
They
what
respected
you
who you
attract.
were. You're not
No.
are what you attract. You're not.
No, you're actually the opposite of what you attract.
No.
You're actually the opposite of what
I
you attract.
literally had
Listen,
a
you know
unanimous
what you
that
said.
we
What you
just-
said.
we
They
just
still,
now.
they still replied to you. They still said had a good night. Nah.
Can I explain what I meant then? Maybe you might understand what I'm saying.
Why are you taking that as an L, not a win?
He didn't say no or
I'm
no.
with you.
You just said that even when you hit on a girl,
You spitting
she
game.
don't, you spin games, she don't hit it back, but she's still
That's
going to
fine.
have a good night.
Yeah.
Don't take that as no. That's not
Oh,
no.
no.
She still
I'm
acknowledged
just
you.
saying the fact that people are not coming to each other in the manner of saying, hey, this is who I really am.
But
Because
they,
I am.
everyone, a lot of people,
I
but you're
agree.
at that point where, you know what I'm saying, you're taking
Yeah.
damages as they are. But a lot of people, probably everybody, is damaged. And not only are they damaged, but they grew up judged for some damages. That's my phone? Oh,
No,
that,
no, here, do you
that's
know
not
why?
their
Some
fault.
people look
Here,
for
do you know
the
why?
damage. I don't.
Take it. Do you know why?
I'm
This is why.
resilient with how I
Because of
treat
that.
people. I don't bring my
Yeah.
damage to
You don't know
anyone.
how to see anybody because you don't know who anybody really is anymore because of the face that they put on the fucking profile.
And that is the problem, right? Because people are leading to their damage instead of leading with transparency and really just getting to know the person and giving them what the person has earned.
Because before the
Literal,
then,
right?
you had it to the point where whenever you're hitting on a girl, you're flirting with each other, you're talking shit. Imagine how much shit you talk when you leave that person.
But it's levels.
Why
It's,
are you
but
talking
it's
shit? Why are you
levels.
talking
Hey,
shit when you
ugly.
pick on her?
At a certain point, you're gonna have to have a conversation.
Okay, but why?
Yes,
But
yes,
why are you
yes.
talking shit when you're
But guess
picking
what
on her?
happened?
But it's
You know what
levels to
happened?
talking shit.
Do you want to know why?
I would sooner
Why are you talking
And
shit when you're
hopefully
hitting on
that
her?
is before y'all had sex.
But now, hold on. Look.
I know.
They say there's levels to talking shit. Now, if you fronting, if you fronting on some shit, then that is definitely bullshit. Because you're not being transparent to her. You're not being 100% authentic to her. But if you live up there, you got your little fancy lines and all this other bullshit. That shit right there, those are tricks. That's why I said it's levels to talking shit.
It's not true.
So like when I go up to a female, like if I was to go to a female,
Most
like
beautiful lady
I'd
I
be
see
like,
today.
I would not. I mean, yeah, it may be the truth, but at the end of the day, you gotta understand how they perceive it, not necessarily how
All I'm
you're
saying is,
delivering it.
all I'm saying is just
Right?
flirt. That's what people do.
Yeah, as
And
all y'all
my
talk
issue-
about flirting, listen to this.
I've done it in the past.
In my parking lot of my day job, some random I was
See,
just
I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to put my little sense
no,
out.
go ahead.
Everybody has it.
Everybody
That's
has
a root
I
cause.
personally, I used to have that. I used to love them,
And
but
we
I
don't
learned
know
from it, and I
No,
know
no.
that's why I don't let. That's why I don't entertain people that are on that level.
that have drugs.
Well, everyone has trauma, but have you learned from it? Have you risen above it and gone through the emotional pain of
bathing
growing
in that
from it?
trauma.
That's
Like toxic
Wow.
people.
But it's almost, you know, it's almost like telling someone to quit cigarettes.
You can tell someone to quit and quit and quit. It's only when they want to go through that and go through it further. That's why I say, if you haven't gone through it, I'm not going to force you. I just want to say you move on because you're going to do it in your own time.
That part. Being able to let go. Acceptance.
I don't know what you just did.
Season 1.
All right.
Acceptance. All right, love.
As what you guys are saying, I know you keep going to the.
There's
Okay.
5 names in the last 5.
But my first fucking week of my job, okay, I'm doing my makeup in my car. 7 a.m., 7:30. Somebody walks up to me, works at the post office. He looks like he's like 60 or fucking 20. You can't tell. Mustache pulled up like World War II fucking lunchbox. Says, hey, you look good to my window. So I write my number on a fucking piece of paper, and I shove in his door. Said, hey, this is my name, this is my number. Da 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 da. I got nothing fucking back. So what you guys are saying, put yourself out there. You can put yourself out there as much as you want to be. You can be yourself as much as you want to be, whether you lie or not. It ain't gonna get you nowhere until it's the right type of person that you come
And
across.
why do we set boundaries? Because we've been through some shit that we want to accept again, and that is an
That's
instance where
It is,
you're
and
going to go through.
I've never ever done that before. I went across from my boundaries.
Episode on personality disorders. Mine is, I've studied it, I've researched it. I'm
I
preoccupied.
should have been on that.
I am preoccupied. My attachment now is preoccupied. I do not like to be abandoned, deserted, or rejected. So I'm not about to walk up to my pretty ass girl and be like, hey, can I get you? I'm not that dude no more. Back in my younger days, I was him. My mom be like, hey, you got all these girls. Like, yeah, I actually got 11 girls calling on. I was him, but I ain't him no more. I don't like to be rejected. I don't want her thinking, oh, he's some creature perv, maybe he's trying to get me in sex trafficking or whatever the fuck. So, like, at the end of the day, like, I wait for an invitation, whether it be eye contact, long-term eye contact, will definitely say something, or, you know, some other type of physical sign. But like, even in the club, like, not but like a real ass DJ, real club. Like, you already know that is in the works. But I go to DC, they got 5 floors, like 12 out of 12. Shout out to that club. At the end of the day, when I go to a club, there's girls on the floor. Babies. I ain't going in there fucking one up. You know what I'm gonna do? Because I grew up motherfucker, nigga. You thought Chris Brown was the shit.
Oh, I
Hey,
just got
but
Tourette's.
what I do is
What do you
you're
do?
philosophical.
What do you do?
You're a philosophical mind. Did you know you should know this? That the bush fish is the most colorful in the ocean. Male or female?
It's male, right?
Thank you. Why? Because the females literally go and pick the male that's the most attractive. Right? So when I'm in the club, I'm not going around because I've been there, done that. You're not about to sit here and try to scream on me with like that 3 of your friends. 2 of them ain't got shit going on, but hating on anybody that's coming to you because you're the prettiest in the bunch. Nah, we're not doing that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get out there and I'm gonna be that pretty motherfucking fish. And I'm gonna be dancing and doing my thing like I don't see nobody else in the club. And that brings me more attention than me. Hey, would you like dance? No. Hey, would you like that? And you know what's going on? There's some female in that motherfucking area that's living there while you get shot down. Not I said that. No. Smooth. That's my game. My game is not putting myself out there, but making myself still be like, oh, he's dance. You know what they say, man, you dance, you damn the two. You feel me? Like, I don't put myself out there. So I don't run game because I don't have the intentions or the heart or the temperament to continue to keep that fake facade up. I'm going to give you 100% me.
Babu, I just want you to know, a philosophy is different from actually knowing some stuff. I'm saying though, I know the philosophy behind stuff, but I don't know all the fish. I actually looked at anybody. Right?
All the fish. And actually, most male species of animals are more colorful and more flamboyant because that's their shield.
They attract the team.
They attract the females of said species. The team fish is the males that have the colors, the styles, the swag, and what have you.
Yeah, so because a man saying, what do you offer to the table? What women need to start saying, what do you bring to the table? Because you're supposed to be the flamboyant and showing off.
That part. Well, at first I said I dress, not the designer. So that is probably
I mean, you have designer.
Bring the house to the table.
You know, you said it and that thing on me here. But no, like at the end of the day, there are some that people are face, but it's not even about the clothes. This is just what I have coupons in and what I have in them. I'm gonna put you on game. While we got all these people watching, go to Polo, use the QR code. They send me at least 3 to 4 texts a week, 25% off. In the store, apparels, whatever, t-shirts, 40% off. That is in conjunction. If you don't know what that means together. So you're 25% and 40% is what? 65%. That's why I wear Polo every day, head to toe, because instead of me paying $300 for a fucking outfit, I'm literally paying $100. You feel me? So yeah, that's why I wear Polo, because I can afford it. It is real, but the discount don't discount the quality of what I wear.
Polo kid.
Yeah.
Before I leave, can I shout out one of my
Yes,
peers?
I'm glad you reminded me. Yes, let's do that.
Okay, so I'm in a Facebook group. This individual is called Joseph and Anna, and they are doing a free tattoo giveaway. It's completely legit. This is his Facebook. It is Joseph.
I've also seen the page.
I don't even know if you can see it. We'll put it in the comments. But they're doing a free giveaway, and the way you enter is go on their Facebook page, pin, and it's $5 for the subscription. There is a free way to enter, so if you don't have $5, there is a free way to enter. Just follow the links. And they're doing a free giveaway. Once they reach 1,000 followers, they will start the first giveaway. So they're going to fly you out to California, you get a free tattoo. It's really cool, and you can join the family, and you have a little group of people that
She
go
showed me
live.
the page. They were doing live earlier,
Yeah.
and it looked like really good. Like I only had a few tattoos, I got like 4.
Yeah, a free tattoo.
But at the end of the day, like they seem like really cool people. Their live was really cool.
Shout out to Joseph.
So, again, what's his Facebook page? Facebook name?
It is Joseph Zuzula. It's Joseph and Anna. Anna is adorable. She's this little.
She just likes to laugh. She's happy. So
Yeah,
so definitely, I'm gonna put it in the comments, and we're gonna push that because each one of them all about, supporting other people.
Tattoo. You want a tattoo?
You know,
Just, join the club.
Like, even if you don't like tattoos, you want to support some good people that are doing some good positive things. Go at least like their page, you know what I'm saying, and follow it, and maybe somewhere down the line might be something that you can rock with, and hell, maybe you might get an idea for a tattoo, and be like, you know what, I'm gonna just, shoot my shot. So definitely, but I want to thank everybody for all their input. I want to say that this is definitely on the lines of where I wanted to go with this show, where I wanted to go with this season. Season 4 has been fucking crazy. I'm busting out episodes because I really have to move again. So at the end of the day, I'm trying to get these shows out here, but like to see me grow 10 more subscribers in the last 3 days has been phenomenal for me. And now to see interactions with comments in the chat section has been fulfilling and makes me feel really good. Like the growth from season 1 from last year till now, season 4, and we only got like 4 more episodes before this season is wrapped up, and then season 5 is gonna be even more stupid, even more off the chain, even more fucking goddamn like tell them. And at some point, I'm going to get deep enough to talk about my family shit. I'm never gonna get over that. I'm never gonna get over that. And again, like, I'm not even gonna blast you this time, you bitch ass. You know what I'm talking about, bitch motherfucker. I definitely want to do a show on you, and I think I can get through it without fucking falling apart. It is what it is. And if you know anything on some of the past seasons about my family, my mom, my bitch ass, ball sack sharing sibling, then you know what I'm talking about. But that one's coming. It's probably season 5. It's going to be the finale of season 4. But either way, but like these people have had very impactful roles in my life, and this one here is really you guys. That's my character. So she comes with such a way that there's like, man, I gotta repeat some shit. And it made me think of when a person can make you reflect on yourself, that's power. This one here, it just makes me proud. I love it. This one here is my philosophical, whatever. That's my bro. Like, he comes and tries to shake shit up, throw that monkey wrench and fuck goddamn change, shit up. He is really good people. He's got a good heart. But at the end of the day, that's what we do. We here. I literally have seen that number 5 of people watching, literally been there. So I really fuck with y'all. Thank y'all. Tell somebody about it. If y'all had a good time, if you enjoyed what you seen, if it touched you, if it was something that you fuck with, tell somebody to chime the fuck in and let's get this shit going. Put it in the chat. I will literally fucking write a show based on your opinions, your things, whatever you want to say. Like, let me know what your next topic you want to hear, because at the end of the day, it's about the family. This is the family that's really just responding and interacting in the chat box. And at the end of the day, I don't have no blood family. Fuck it. It is what it is. I'm done with that. You feel me? That's my family right here in the chat box. Keep chatting it up. Keep fucking liking it. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed, because it will literally give you the notifications when she's going and when she's about to pop up. So stick with me. I promise you, it's only going to get better. It's only going to get more deeper. It's going to have some fun episodes. It's going to have some whatever. You know what I'm saying? We coming to y'all live and direct. I don't give a fuck. That's what's up. We out.
Bye.
Good night. Bye.